Hello and welcome back, everybody. My name is Fractal Mind Mike, and I'm excited to be back with you again today to be playing some Discworld Noir. I hope you had a great day. Yeah, we did really good on Discworld Noir yesterday, so I'm pretty excited to get back into it and see where the plot goes from here. We found out we're a freaking werewolf. Maybe we are the murderer. Maybe it was us all along, or maybe there's something else at play. Maybe there was somebody who turned us into a werewolf who's responsible for all these murders. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out today, or maybe we'll get stuck immediately not knowing what to do. I don't know if I can trust this game to take us forward the way we have expected in the past, but anyway, it's really good to have you here. I hope you're having a great day today. Please consider liking and subscribing to this YouTube video, or if you're here in live, hi, I hope you're having a good day. Consider following the channel. Welcome, Lassus. Good to see you, Master V. Board Game Heaven, your legend. Did I catch a Discord PM? I've been avoiding Discord a little bit the last couple of days. I will go and check. Yes, I've been a little busy with real life stuff, but yeah, I'll go back and check. Sorry I did not respond. I will. Good to see you try winning. Chaos, good to see you there too. Is Orlem, welcome. Ella, welcome back. Good to see you as well. Adrian Bowers here, welcome. Adrian, it seems early for you. Hope you're doing good. All right, so Discworld Noir, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I've been enjoying that. Grognak, hi, good to see you. Yes, somebody did say more Discworld. I'm pretty excited about it. I hope you are. I got myself a fresh cup of tea, bottle of water, and I don't know. We're gonna do some gaming. I've been doing some programming lately. You may have heard. I mentioned it a few times, but without talking about specifically what it is that I'm working on. Today I was doing some programming and I started second guessing everything. I was like, maybe I should use a different GUI library. And so I started exploring that. I eventually put that idea to bed, but as I was persisting with the one I had chosen, I was getting more and more frustrated. And I got to the end of today's session without having made the progress that I had planned to. Mostly because of that library, and the way it works, and I'm starting to think maybe I should look at some other options, or maybe I should just write my own special case for certain parts of the renderer, and just bypass all of the library stuff, because it'd probably be faster that way, potentially. So yeah, I don't know, I've got to think about that. Anyway, that's the update. I don't have a lot of cool updates, because I haven't been doing as much interesting stuff. PAX preparation is starting again, so we're going to be at PAX Australia. We're going to be demoing some of the hardware and putting out some of the PC games and stuff like that for people to come and take a look at, which I'm excited to share with everybody. Of course, I love going to PAX every year. Also, I don't know if I'm going to be part of a PAX panel this year or not. It may or may not happen. I'm not 100% sure. So we shall see. Hopefully I will. Hi Disron, good to see you. Hi there, Master V. Geez, look at you just casually talking about making your one renderer. Trying to tell people it's not that hard to roll your own engine. What do you mean? The reason that I'm having difficulty is because I'm trying to use a library instead of writing it myself, and the solution to that problem is writing it myself. So I think I don't know. That's what I said anyway. I'll leave it at that. You're booking a flight this week? Oh, nice, Grognak. Hopefully you get a good deal. Like, nobody had an AdLib library cave in... Wait. An AdLib library cave in on stream sounds just strolling out the door. What? I'm confused. I'm confused. I can't understand that statement, Master V. But yeah. Lately I've been feeling a lot more like a producer than a developer, so I started something on the side. Oh yeah, nice Distron. Good luck with the side project. I know what that's like. It could blow up to being taking all of your time up again. I mean, most people don't have the skills to write their own renderer. That's a huge level skill, and you talk like it's super easy. Oh, I'm not talking about like a fully fledged like I'm not talking about like an Unreal Engine renderer. I'm talking about just the GUI. This is like an application actually. So it's not even a game, what I'm working on at the moment. If it was a game, I'd be streaming it. I just don't think people are that interested in the kind of stuff that I'm working on, so that's why I'm not streaming it. Yeah, I get where you're coming from now. I was very confused by what you were saying. It makes sense now. Yeah, so writing software is a lot easier than people think it is, I think, in some ways. Like, a lot of people make it more complicated than it needs to be. If you just write the simple, obvious thing first and then work backwards from there, it usually works really well. But it seems like most people don't write software that way anymore. So I've been trying to use libraries sparingly to help me get things done a little quicker. But I've ended up rewriting. I've written most of the stuff myself. I've written a full WebSocket stack. I've written, what else have I written? IRC integration. A bunch of stuff. Yesterday I mentioned how there's this gRPC connectivity standard that I'm looking into, and there are some libraries out there. They don't look great, but I'm going to try it because I do not want to write that. I'm tired of writing stuff like that, so we'll see. I want this project to be done like 3 weeks ago, so just write your own OS, have an unfulfilled a unified GUI across everything. That will never happen. I think that's not the job of the OS. I don't even think it's the job of the shell. I think there is a certain layer, like, where you should provide UI, but you should not expect everything to be unified. I think that's silly, because people have different needs in their software for how they need things to work. I mean, Qt exists for a reason, right? As much as it may or may not be good. Yeah, and there's a ton of different libraries like that out there. Tons of different tools and frameworks. I was going to do some grocery shopping, but now the sky's opened up. Oh, no. Good luck with the shopping, maybe? Doing all the programming on your game, and now you're paying someone else to do it for you. Always plan to pay artists for the art, which is why you're feeling more like a producer. Wow. Wow. Discworld, that's pretty cool, dude. I hope your game goes really, really well. What made you choose to pay somebody else to do the programming for you? That's crazy. I didn't expect that. Yeah, what else is going on? Sorry, my brain's a little bit fuzzy because I just finished going through the whole, like, realizing that it's nearly dinner time, going out, cooking dinner, eating it, serving food, eating it, getting started on the stream, and now I'm here. So it's all been a bit of a whirlwind from programming to this. But I'm here, and I'm ready to play Discworld Noir. Yeah, anyway, programming applications is fun. I like it, but it's also comes with a bunch of challenges when you have to start integrating with other people's APIs. Especially when the standard is, like, pretty complex, and they expect you to just be able to use a library or something. The funny thing is, like I mentioned yesterday, the gRPC library, there does not exist one for just pure C. They've got a C++ one, which I haven't even looked at. I assumed it was going to be bad. Maybe I should look at it. It might be good. Maybe I can port that to C, and it'll be fine. But yeah. What delicacy did Chef Mike cook tonight? We made some tacos, basically. A convoluted way, but we made tacos, yeah. You know, like, we had some minced beef and some beans and some tomato and some tortillas, and we cooked all the meat and put them in the tortillas and baked them for a little while. They were good. They were tasty. Ran into some issues in Fusion that you couldn't seem to overcome, so you decided to go with Godot, which you've never used, so you were paying someone to start work on the engine while, like, I learned. Oh, okay. Wow. So you're porting the whole game to Godot. Good luck with that. I hope it goes well. Hi, Mini Roach. Good to see you. Don't assume that makes an ass out of you and me. The first time I heard that, I thought it was so silly, but also so clever. I loved it. And the person who said it was just being so tongue-in-cheek when they said it too. It was perfect. Anyway. Good to see you too, Dope. I hope you're having a good day. You had chicken with oven roasted veggies? That sounds pretty good. Was the chicken roasted as well, or was it some other kind of chicken? Alright. Let's fire up the game and get started, actually. Otherwise, I'll be here talking about food and programming all night, which doesn't sound like a bad thing, actually. But let's fire up Discworld Noir. We've got disc 2 mounted, so it should just work. Let me pause the background music here and switch scenes. We should be right to go. It's looking pretty good. Looks like it's working. Let me just go pop this out here so I can look at it. There we go. Disc 2, does that mean you're at least halfway through? I don't know. There's 3 discs in the game. I didn't actually expect to have to swap discs at all, so the fact that I had to switch to disc 2 was pretty interesting. I had to restart the game between swapping discs as well. I ended up having to create an image. You know what? I just realized I probably should have created an image of disc 3 while I was offline. Because if I finish disc 2 quickly, which I don't think I will, but if I do, I'm going to have to create a copy of disc 3 as well. Anyway, I have to go through new game, because otherwise the game crashes. The shape of that moon makes me think that this is not supposed to be exactly 4x3. Anyway, I'm going to skip all this.
Mr. Luton?
So I can load my game. Every time the game starts, I feel like it starts like a little louder, but I'm not sure if that's true. It's probably just my imagination. I do wonder if this is not supposed to be 4x3 though. Let me see. I'm gonna restart the game. Actually, I think I just screwed something up when I tried to resize the window. I don't want to have weird rendering on top of everything else. All right, we'll just get into the game. Let's just do that.
Mr.
I have to start a new game and then load. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Resume here, please. Oh, I asked myself so nicely. Please insert disc 2. It's in. So... Merchant's murder? Wizard's murder? Clerk's murder? What? When did I hear about all this?
I'd learnt that Monday... Horst had spoken of a golden sword, and it was apparent that he thought I had it.
You just realize you're paying 3 artists in one program and no wonder you have no money. Hopefully the day job's keeping up with all of that. or your pile of savings or something, Disron. That's rough, dude. Good luck. I don't know. Hopefully you can get up to speed with Godot pretty quickly and start taking on more of that programmer requirement there. That can't be cheap. By the way, Distron, you should connect with Valiant Cheese on Twitch. They're also on Discord. I believe they're in my Discord. Reach out to Valiant Cheese. Don't DM them if you're going from my Discord. Maybe just message them in the game programming channel. I don't know if they're presently on our Discord either, but if they are, yeah, at them on the game dev channel and see if they could help you out with any resources for Godot, because they're a bit of a Godot advocate and quite experienced with the engine at this point as well. So, all right, so that's weird. Our actual cases are just these, and then suddenly there's like a bunch more murders that we apparently knew about. So we have all these murders, but then there's more murders, and suddenly there's these other murders. I don't remember hearing about them. Maybe I missed it at some point.
Clark's Gable had told me that whatever killed Malachite was some kind of beast. He wasn't clear on the details.
Hmm.
An associate of Al-Khali's, whatever that means, Horst was a troll who was large on stature and fond of long, rambling sentences that rarely got to the point. I didn't trust him for a second.
That's so funny that he just accused Horst of having long, rambling sentences that what did he say again?
An associate
Rarely get to the point.
Al-Khali's, whatever that means. Horst was. I didn't trust.
That's very ironic there. Okay. All right, let's just get on with it. Obviously we got to go do some stuff. I think we have some new locations on the map potentially. We certainly have graveyard or cemetery. So I wonder if we could just go somewhere. Like, okay, so where we are presently, actually.
Someone was definitely following me.
How do I become bestial myself? Ooh, we've got an F4 menu. Hang on a second. I'm gonna check the manual and see if there's any mention of that. Let's see. Other inventories, page 20. Okay, so they didn't want to spoil the surprise. Other inventories. There may be other types of inventories hidden in the game. It's up to you to learn how these work, but there will always be at least one character who can explain how they work. If you gain access to a hidden inventory, you can use F4 as a keyboard shortcut for opening it. Okay, here we go. So this one, magenta and fuchsia look identical to me. That might be because of the gamma adjustments. Oh wait, I just realized I haven't switched back. There you go. Yeah, so these two look very, very close. There may be a minor difference, but it's like this is like a little bit more saturated than this one. In the original, like if I turn off the gamma adjustment, let me do that. Yeah, wrong button. Where's the gamma adjustment? There you go. So with that off, you can tell the difference a lot more readily. So it's not crushing those colors so close together. I may have to leave it off if I'm gonna... Yeah, we'll see. I don't have a button that I can quickly switch it with, unfortunately. I have to, like, do things. So that's Gispode, the dog. That's the River Ankh. That is just magenta and fuchsia. We don't know who's who. Okay. So I can pick it up?
Whoever this scent belonged to, they weren't normal. I didn't know who the fuchsia scent belonged to. The scent of a woman. A strange scent I first found in the cemetery. The unmistakable scent of the River Ankh. The aroma of a very old and slightly damp nursery rug. Eau de Gaspode.
Eau de Gaspode, okay.
The citizens on a really...
Oops. The
citizens of Ankh-Morpork are proud of the smell.
Yeah.
On a really good day, they carry chairs outside to enjoy it.
Really? Alright, now what if I try and combine them?
Although the magenta scent wasn't pleasant, it was in the junior league when compared to the Ankh. Definitely gasp. It smells totally different.
So I can compare the smells.
Definitely not the same scent. The two scents had a superficial similarity. One was more supernatural than the other, though.
Interesting. So I wonder if it's like, beast mode of a woman is this one.
The scent of a woman.
Sorry, is the other one.
A strange scent I first...
So it's like werewolf... Sorry, not werewolf, werewolf. So this is probably Ilsa, and this might be Ilsa werewolf form. Maybe, that's what I'm thinking. Hey there, Damavanes, good to see you. Mr. G7, good to see you. How's it going, Archaeos? Alright. What are we doing? What are we gonna do? I don't know really what to... Can I... Hang on. Let me take this.
Who the fuchsia sent.
I'll take this and I'll go to the notebook and I'll go to contacts.
I guess the fuchsia scent might be Ilsa's.
Yeah, okay. Alright, and then...
Whoever this scent
Yeah. Let's take this and let's say that it might be the bestial attacker.
Unless I missed my guess, the magenta scent belonged to the bestial attacker.
So superficially... Oh my, Lassus. You legend. I do appreciate it. I hope you're doing great today. Thank you very much for the 15 months of support. What an absolute ripper. Thank you, Lassus. And it's good to see you. Good morning, Strider, and good morning, Nad That Cat and Run. Welcome. Good to see you both. Salute to you too, Strider. Alright, let's do this.
I doubted that the scent belonged to either Ilsa or Two Conquers.
What about Carlotta?
As far as I knew, it...
Okay. Look, I'm gonna put that in the back pocket. It could be Ilsa's. Could be Ilsa's scent. So let's see, what do we know about Ilsa right now?
I'd learned that Ilsa was in town and...
Okay. So where do we last see Ilsa, or Two Conquers for that matter? Two Conquers is up in the Patrician's Palace. Let's go to Rodin's workshop. I just want to visit. I want to try, okay, there's something I want to try. I'm just not sure where to try it. Let's see it. Let's say I go to the rooftop. And then I go F4. I grab the potentially bestial scent. And I use it on the chalk outline.
There are limits to what even the most imaginative person can do with just a chalk outline.
I can't talk to Clark's Gable. Why can't I talk to him anymore?
They'd put a chalk... It really drove home how big...
Okay. Well, let's try somewhere else. Where do we know Ilsa has been? We can't go back to the... We've lost that location, whatever it's called. Alright, Patrician's Palace it is. Let's go up the wall. Oh.
It hadn't been... Of course.
I just had a dumb idea. I mean, a clever idea. Like, a very clever idea.
There was no obvious connection to Reagan's envelope. There was no obvious connection. There was no...
Okay. It was worth a try.
That doesn't work.
It always looked much easier in the clickies.
Mr. Immortal, that fun emote, what was that a frustration thing? Yes, it was, Mr. Immortal. I was playing a game called Fables and Friends. What's it called again? I forget the full title, sorry. Basically, it's, Malcolm's Revenge. The third, it'll come to me. Just a minute. Kyrandia game. Legend of Kyrandia 3. Malcolm's Revenge. Yeah, there you go. I was doing a demonstrative playthrough to demonstrate the terrible game design. and poorly implemented mechanics and all of the things that are wrong with it, basically. And that was an outburst that I made whilst doing that, and it got turned into a sound clip. Yeah. Mercedes, your legend. Greetings and welcome back. Hey there, Sixter. Welcome, Sixter42.
We're having fun now!
Yeah, I think that might have been directly associated with the sound, in the sound settings or gameplay settings somewhere. You can turn on a laugh track, and if you have the laugh track turned on, then, like, you click on something and the audience will, like, the studio audience will laugh for no reason. It doesn't matter what happens, like, just randomly, it'll just, like, rolls the dice and decides that's something that we should laugh at. So I think that's what I was exclaiming about, if I remember right. Anyway. Where are we? Leonard. Two Conkers. If I talk to them, will they be surprised I'm alive? Or will they not even know that I was dead? Try playing the third game, but just gave up. Love the previous two, though. Yeah, the first two games are great. The third game is really bad. I think the first one's the best of the games. The second one's pretty good, but it has quite a lot of flaws, and it introduces a lot of mechanics that they abuse in the third game, and basically make the game, like, not very playable. And frankly, they probably shouldn't have included those mechanics in the second game. You know, randomizers for picking up items and things like that. That's just a bad idea. Bad games cause the best sound commands. They can, it's true.
Just a few more questions.
Okay, so I can just talk to them now? But I can't talk to them about sense. I can only talk to them about Notebook and the other thing. So, let's go to... Ooh, where do we go? Where do we start? Oh, this is tough.
I knew full well that asking
Okay. I actually don't know what's up with these ones. Why do I have these on my list suddenly?
According to Nobby, a prominent merchant had been killed as part of the counterweight killings.
Oh, wait, I remember now. This isn't randomly added to the book. I did go and talk to Nobby. I totally forgot that. I went and talked to Nobby, and Nobby was like, oh yeah, there's some murders. And these are all like counterweight killings, aside from the ones I already knew about. Took me a while to catch on there. My apologies for being so inaccurate and incorrect earlier. Obviously. Cool.
One of the patrician's clerks had been murdered, apparently as part of the counterweight killings. The counterweight killings had struck at the unseen university, and the reader of esoteric occultism had been killed. I knew... Do you...
Oh.
Yes, you can use it if you like.
You didn't listen to a word I just said, did you?
Be my guest.
Neither did I.
Do you know anything about the counterweight killings?
That might just work.
It may to be of much sureness. Never mind.
This is pretty funny. I like that. Okay.
Do you know where Ilsa is? To be knowing is not the me I am in. You don't know. No. I think that's the first time I've heard a straight answer out of you.
Okay, we don't know where she is. Good to know. I feel like randomizers can work as long as you plan around it. Yeah, it's not like when I say randomizer, I'm being like, obviously it's a very generic term and it could mean a lot of things. You can just click on a garbage pile and it will randomly just give you an item, but you need a specific item. So you just chuck that one on the floor and it stays there, and then you click on the garbage pile again and it gives you something else that stays there. But there's a limit of like 10 items per screen or something like that. So then you have to like take the item and like figure out how to dispose of it or get rid of it, take it to another screen and drop it, come back, so you can like keep trying to randomly get the item they actually need. It's really, really poorly designed. Like the game is actually like arse, basically. Yeah. Yeah, it's really badly designed. There's so many complaints about Corandia 3. It's like, if you could, like, take all of the stuff they did in Corandia 3 and put it on a scale, and then just, like, sifted out all the good stuff, what's left is a perfect design for, like, don't do this and your game will probably be okay. Like, if you sift out all the good stuff, which there's very few good things in the game, what's left is just, like, the antithesis, there you go, I got the word out, of a good game. So you just don't do any of that stuff and you'll probably be in good game territory. Yeah, it's really shocking how bad the game is. Alright, I actually don't know where to go next. I also want to figure out how can I become bestial. Like, I don't seem to be able to be beast. And I want to be beast.
My usual, please. Luton, you're... What? Is my tie not done up straight? Is there an unfortunate mark on my nose? I heard you were dead. Perhaps I am. Get me a stiff drink. How about a whiskey? Don't you want something with it? All right, put another whiskey in there. Drinking like that'll kill you. I'm dead already. You didn't come back here to drink, did you?
That's a good intro. I liked that. That was very good. You really need to play Mystery of the Druids. That is my go-to example of adventure games anti-patterns. Right, okay, Vinyl. I own it. I should play it. Maybe once I'm done with Discworld 3, we'll take a look at it. I'm in the mood for a terrible game, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. You're always a beast to me, Mike. Thank you, Lassus. Oh my gosh. Is Ortlem, thank you for the 100 bits.
Is Ortlem cheered 100 bits. Talk Kirandia, damn it.
Talk Kirandia. I don't know how to talk Kirandia, to be honest. I mean, I can talk about it, but yeah.
How's business been? Poor. Sapphire's missed several days. I don't think she's coming back. You could be right. So this is the small talk to win me over before you start grilling me again, is it?
Yep.
You may be onto something there. I hope you know you're not making any friends here.
Mr. the Druids, they all have attitude. Oh, man. Thank you, Iz, again, for the 100 bits. Yeah, I should definitely play that game by now. I've been wanting to, actually, just haven't,
Do you know a woman named Ilsa or a man named Two Conkers? I know a lot of people. That doesn't mean I want to talk about them with you.
That's from the Druid song? Wait, there's a song that goes with the game? I haven't played it at all yet, so, and I don't know much about it. I haven't been spoiled about it yet. Hey there, Inside Out Boy, good to see you. I'm pretty good, thank you, yeah. Pretty good. I hope you're good too, Inside Out. I think for the game designer, playing bad games is as instructive as to play the good ones. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like Distron said, you learn a lot from playing a bad game. If you can pick out the parts that, like, the reasons for it being bad. It's a good lesson to learn. Like, if you're trying to make an adventure game and you go and play Fate of Atlantis and Monkey Island and Day of the Tentacle, and then you go and play all the good Sierra ones, you play a bunch of, like, you know, modern good ones as well, like Broken Age and whatever, you'll get to a point and you're like, okay, I know how to make a good game now, but you might go and make a mistake thinking it's a good idea because you haven't played, like, Corandia 3, for example, which teaches you, hey, don't do this idea. It's a bad idea. My experiment actually has been, with some of the game stuff that I've done, is like, I did not like the way a certain mechanic was implemented in a certain game, so I will try and do the same concept, but do it in a more fun way that I find enjoyable, and see if I can turn that dynamic around and make it fun again. I don't know if I've been successful, to be honest. I need to talk to more people who've played the games, but yeah, anyway. We'll see. There was an adventure game reviewer who created a whole song for the end of their review. It's actually pretty catchy. Oh, okay. Okay, Distron, thank you. Want to make a 2D game, but I not know what Easy program to use. Well, you've come to the wrong place, but also the right place. Honestly, if you just want to make like a 2D game, like just a generic 2D game, there's a ton of options for you. I wouldn't recommend starting with like Unity or Godot, personally, if you really do just want to make a simple game. If you want to make a simple 2D game in order to learn how to do stuff in Unity or Godot so that you can make a more complex game later, then yeah, do that. But if you're trying to just like, I've got this cool little idea I want to try out, there's better engines for it, like simpler engines with less complexity. So, like, you know, Fusion, Multimedia Fusion, or Game Maker is pretty good for that kind of stuff as well. So, yep. There you go. Disrun's willing to help out as well on Discord. Construct 3. Actually, I used Construct years ago. I forgot about that. I forgot that engine even existed. Yeah, that's not... Well, at the time it wasn't bad. I haven't... Yeah, I think it was like Construct 2 or something that I had used, maybe. Anyway, there's a lot of options. You could also, like, if you want to just do cool programming stuff, you could just program an engine from scratch. But I don't recommend it unless you're... If that's what you're really interested in doing. Anyway, what am I going to ask this guy about? I gotta move this case forward. He won't know anything about that. Can I ask him about the other murders, though? Yeah, the wizard and the merchant and such.
You wouldn't happen to have heard anything about the murder of one of the patrician's clerks, would you? No one outside of the palace knows anything. Except the commander of the watch.
Ah.
I heard that the patrician has asked Commander Vimes to come and speak to him about it sometime soon. Hadn't he already gone to see him? Hey, what do I know? I'm just a bartender with big ears. Perhaps he just wants an update on the case. Whatever.
Alright. So, what about the wizard's murder?
Apparently one of the wizards up at Unseen University got themselves killed. That's right. The reader of esoteric accounting or something. Esoteric occultism, yeah. How did you know that? I was speaking to Mrs. Foames earlier. Mrs. Foames? She's the head chambermaid up at the new hall. One of the halls of residence? Yeah, the big one that runs off from the huge library.
Okay.
What did she have to say? Just that this wizard had died in mysterious circumstances. Although she sounded like mysterious circumstances are pretty normal up there. It'd be a nice change if someone died in unmysterious circumstances for a change.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
be easy working at the university. You couldn't pay me enough to make me work there. Oh no? No amount of money would make you work there? Well, obviously not a huge amount. For enough money, I'd do anything. Anything. Well, not involving fish, broccoli, or vinegar.
Weird. Okay. Before writing your own game engine, please consider reading through what existing ones offer. Honestly, the amount of work they do far exceeds rendering. Yeah, it depends on the engine, of course. But I would definitely say, like, if you're just trying to make a 2D game, go with something, like, that's more targeted towards that. Like, the generic engines like Unreal Engine, Unity, and Godot, they're so broad that it makes that kind of thing, like, potentially quite cumbersome to work with. There's certainly, like, other things that are, like, more suited to the task, I think. Like, generic isn't always good. Hey, King of Nowhere, good to see ya.
I hear a prominent merchant has been killed. Heard anything about it? All I heard was that someone in the Merchants Guild got killed. That's all I know.
Hey! New map location. This was worthwhile. I almost didn't even bother because I thought he wasn't going to talk to me. You wrote your own game engine, Mr. Emorsal? All for the work it took. I'd rather go with an existing one today. It depends on what kind of stuff you're doing, of course, right? Like, but yeah. For the games that I've been releasing recently, I've been using AGS, which is an existing engine as well. But it's like, it's tailored for the task. And I weighed it up against Godot and Unity and chose to go with it. Because it's like, it's just a dedicated engine toward that purpose of making that type of game. So yeah, I like it. I think it's good. It also has a lot of problems. And I have to fight against the engine sometimes. But I find that, like, when I try to make stuff in Unity or other engines, I also fight against them with some level of frequency as well. Because I kind of, I don't know, I'm just, I've written a lot of game engines before, so I just I have my own ideas, ways I want to achieve things and manage things, and sometimes that's counter to how they're supposed to be done in those engines, and then you have to, like, decide how you're going to tackle that problem. Usually it's like adhering to what they want you to do. It's usually the best thing to do. Yeah. Sometimes the better option is one more focused on specific game type genre. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm getting at. If you wanted to, I would say, like, if you just want to make it one type of game and it's very specific, just use an engine that's, like, closer to that. So, like, staying away from the complexity of Unity and stuff is not a bad thing. Also, if you're making a tiny game like that, you don't really want all of the heavy load that comes with Unity. I don't know how large a typical Unity game is these days. Like, if you just make a small 2D Unity game, I'm sure that there's a lot more to manage there than you need. Really wish there was something like RPG Maker, but for beat-em-ups. There probably is. I mean, there might be. It's worth looking around, seeing what you can find. Alright, let's ask some more questions.
Have you heard of the counterweight killings? You mean, have I heard that there's an
So
unstoppable
this hasn't changed. This is the same
assassin
as
from
it
a
was.
counterweight continent in Ankh-Morpork?
She's a Doom engine that can do everything.
Haven't heard a thing.
That's funny. Yeah, Mugen is not exactly like a beat-em-up though, right? That's like more of a versus fighter type thing. Unless I'm wrong. I mean, I could be. Maybe you can make beat-em-ups with it. There's Open BOR, but it's not that easy to use, and Mugen is not for beat-em-ups. Right. Open BOR, hey Vinyl. I never heard of it. I've never looked into making a beat-em-up, so I don't know. I'm interested to learn more. So we're not going to ask him about the... Oh, might as well ask him about the sword. Let's ask him about the sword.
I didn't want to
Okay, yeah, we're not going to. Cool. Nothing here. I think there's nothing in any of these cases left. Sapphire left. Therma's gone. Malachite's gone. This is the only thing.
I thought it best I'd bring up my dinner, just remembering it was a waste.
Wait. That was new dialogue. Let me do that again.
I thought it best not to bring up Mundy's murder again. I'd bring up my dinner as well, just remembering it was a weight loss plan.
Okay. Wow.
Do you know anything about some kind of beast stalking the streets?
I think we asked this
Leave me
already.
alone, Luton. This is species harassment.
Open Beats of Rage. I get it. Okay. Cool. I'll have to look it up sometime. Sounds interesting. Fighting games used to be called beat 'em ups. Alright.
Do you know what? I know a lot.
Yeah. I think we're done with this guy. Nothing else here to ask about.
I had a... What did you... It's bad enough that you didn't ask...
Alright, I forgot we got the coin from him. That was not worth bringing up. So she's gone. There's nothing here, but can I smell stuff?
What did Troll Cosmetics have to do with anything? Beyond seeing reflections, the mirror was fairly useless.
Okay.
What did... Beyond...
Yeah, there's nothing to do in here then. Whoa. What's this about? Is that where I died?
Having a chalk outline outside just didn't put people in the mood to gamble. It was probably the only time in my life I'd had an effect on high society. I couldn't think of a good reason to erase the chalk outline other than the giddy thrill of vandalism.
If you try open bore, He-Man is worth a play. It's impressive and just like the cartoons. Oh, nice.
There was some kind of moss on the ground where I had been killed.
So this is my outline.
It obviously didn't grow here, which means it came from somewhere else. The question was where? I doubted the... There are limits to... I doubted the moss.
So I've had no luck using the sense for anything yet, so we'll see, I guess. Where's the moss?
The envelope, the thing was...
Oh, it's right there. I didn't see it. It was blending in.
Some moss found where I was murdered.
Is that John O'Hurley? It is actually Rob Brydon.
When I looked closely at it, I was convinced it was moving.
Huh.
Nothing smelled as badly. It was unmistakable. The rich aroma, certainly nothing you want. There was something more supernatural about the magenta scent. There was no the rich, certainly.
Huh.
There was something more. There was nothing. It was the rich, certain.
Okay. Hey, this is Stephen Milosky. Good to see you. This game is bad. Okay. I'm having a good time. All right.
I couldn't see.
Yeah, I can't see a connection either. Whoops.
Saturnalia was locked up tight.
Oh, it's closed? I can't even go in? Huh. Well, I guess we're off to the something else. 4 years, gee. It's a long time, Stephen Milosky. Can't believe I've been streaming for that long. Hi there, Ginger Buddha. Where to next? I mean, damn! Like, who murdered me? You know?
I went over to Horst's quarters, but...
Not there, huh?
Oh, it is you, sir.
I'm just as thrilled.
Who would Sir like to see this time?
Oh, geez. Bo Elving's been following a long time, too. Longer than you expected, Flygon? Yeah. 3 years, man. 4 years of bad games, Stephen Milosky. Yep. Every single one. Let's see. I should talk to the Count.
Can I see the Count?
I am not in a position to know how good your vision is, but
They've
you
changed
may
it up
see
for this
the Count,
disc.
which I believe is what Sir actually meant in Sir's untutored way.
The Count's health was getting worse. He wasn't making much sense.
Is that you?
G'day, Refraction?
I knew you'd come for me sooner or later. Is it time? Is it time already? It's been such a long time, hasn't it? We've had fun together, haven't we? Soon.
Who do you think I am?
Soon enough.
Count.
Soon enough, my dear. Soon enough.
Yeah. Soon enough.
Count.
I get it.
It's Luton.
He cannot hear you.
Why not?
It's almost his time.
I've seen some scary things in my time. I've seen
It's
men
death.
driven mad by money or women. I've seen wars where neither side has known what they were fighting over. I've seen Nabi getting out of the shower, and believe me, that was no picnic.
Yeah.
I didn't really discover what terror was until I found myself talking to a 7-foot-high skeleton with a scythe. You're death!
Am I? You know, I wondered why I was carrying the scythe around.
Am I?
Are you what?
I haven't read the
A
Big Sleep
selfish,
final,
bitter
no.
man who has yet to squander his one last chance at redemption?
Am I dead?
No. It's not your time.
I thought you might have missed me the other day when I was stabbed and you've only just got around to me.
I'm famously punctual.
So why are you here?
I've come out for the count, so to speak.
Well, that's a shame. I was hoping to ask him a few questions.
You seem remarkably calm for one who has just seen the defeater of empires, the swallower of oceans, the thief of years, the ultimate reality, the harvester of mankind, and the assassin against whom no lock will hold. That's me, in case you have trouble with long sentences.
It's been that kind of week. How long has he got?
That depends on you.
On me? I thought our time was allocated by the fates.
It is true that fate is the ultimate master of life and death. But even fate takes a back seat to the laws of narrative causality.
I don't understand.
Really? Who said you were supposed to?
You might give me a clue.
Let's just say that the actions of one person may change the way the whole story is told.
I don't understand.
Don't worry, it'll all become clear to you at the end.
Grim Fandango? Yeah, very good games. Alright, we're talking to the Count here.
How come you're here?
I came on my horse.
What is it? A skeletal horse whose hooves spark with flames with each step?
No. Just my horse. I call him Binky.
And he's not a skeleton?
He happens to
Hey,
be
Pine, good to see you,
very
man.
well fed and looked after. Thank you very much.
I still don't understand why you're here. I mean, you're death. Shouldn't you be everywhere?
I am everywhere.
But you're here.
Yes. As well. Don't try to work it out. Even I don't fully understand it. It involves really complicated numbers.
You turn up like this for everyone?
Generally, I'm only expected to make an actual appearance on special occasions.
And this is a special occasion?
Not yet. I've arrived ahead of time. But there's going to be a lot of business in Ankh-Morpork soon. So it doesn't hurt for me to get here a little early.
You wouldn't care to tell me more about this, I suppose.
The immediate future is not a matter on which I propose to enlighten you. No.
Well, okay. Interesting. How are you going today, Pi? How are you going today, Refraction? I hope you're both doing very well. All sized still already. One of my favorite characters as well, Imaginary Exponent. Me too. This game has in common with Grim Fandango a metric ton of Casablanca references. Nice. Doing okay, got an early night, but got band practice in a couple of hours. Hope you're doing well. You have band practice? That's awesome, dude. Is this the first time I'm hearing about band practice, or have I just forgotten about band practice? That's wild. Enjoy it. Good, just woke up? Nice, Pi. Hope you have a good day today. Alright, we could ask about death. I feel like we just did ask about death. Let's just see if we can ask about anything in particular.
Neither the Count nor Death seemed likely people to
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Neither the...
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you know anything about golden swords?
I've seen a couple in my time.
Such as?
Oh, I don't know. If you've seen one golden sword, you've seen them all.
Now, I understand why this game is famously weird. It makes no sense most of the time if you haven't read the books, but if you have, it's quite clear. Interesting. Yeah, I've only read one book. I've read Color of Magic, the first book. I had the intention of reading the whole series, but I just sort of, like, didn't enjoy it as much as I had thought I would. Everybody has since told me, oh, you got to start with, like, Guards or something like that. So maybe I will. Maybe I'll skip to Guards and read from there. But I haven't got around to it yet. Yes, ABC, I'll read the books. I'll read the books. I'm sorry. I will read them. I thought about reading them today, actually. I thought about putting an audiobook on, but I didn't have one, so... yeah, while I was doing some programming, I thought about putting on an audiobook. Oh, man. Maybe the first. It's not really a full-time thing. It's my old band from 15 years ago. We were kind of getting together to record our old stuff, but we... need to remember for it first. Oh, nice, Refraction. That's gonna be awesome. Good luck. I can't wait to hear it. You'll have to share it if you can. If it's something you're willing to share, I'd love to hear it. All right, we can't ask about that. Let's ask about more murders.
Do you know anything about the murder of one of the patrician's clerks?
Of course.
You were there?
Well, yes.
He's dead.
I have to be. But this is very irregular.
Of course. You know about all these murders, don't you? I mean, you're basically an accessory after the fact. Or possibly before the fact.
Young man, I am the fact.
Well, tell me everything you know.
Are you sure? It would take millions of years.
I meant about this case. We could stop anyone else from being killed.
No. Absolutely not. You can't expect me to be a witness in a murder inquiry.
Aw, man.
I'm going to take the fifth.
The fifth what?
No one ever says what fifth. They just take it. And I'll have the 6th, 7th, and 15th through 23rd. Just to be on the safe side.
Okay.
So you won't tell me anything?
Oh, lots of things. I like to talk to a man who likes to talk.
But you won't tell me anything about the murders?
I will not. Supposing that caught on. You think I want to spend every day in a witness box?
Even though Death said he wouldn't tell me anything, I had a suspicion that I might be able to learn something if I could just trip him up. I'd have to be careful, though. The last thing I wanted was to get Death upset with me. He's not a guy you want as your enemy.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, well, how do we trip him up? I don't know yet. I don't know. The first 2 books are fine, Serpens, but very heavy on the early installment weirdness, and kind of different from the rest. Okay. Interesting. Nice. Okay, Opera Vindaloo. Actually, Tikka Masala. I like Vindaloo, and I like Tikka Masala. I'll take both. Where's Binky? Apparently he rode Binky. I guess they just didn't want to do a 3D model of a horse. I don't know. He's not here. Or Binky's not here. I don't know if Binky is a he or a they or a she or a it. I don't know. Anyway.
Wizards can see you, right?
Indeed.
So they know when they're going to die.
That is also true.
So the reader of esoteric
Me too,
occultism must have known he was about to be murdered.
Me too.
Knowing when you are going to die and knowing how are 2 different things.
When and how? Okay.
I was just thinking that I could really use some...
That's funny. I was just thinking about wallpaper.
I did not mean to click there.
Was there a point you wanted to make?
Perhaps I could trap him into saying something when I knew a little more about how and where the merchant had been killed.
You know, that's very good. The way you make your voice go all tough and gritty like that. Do you have to go to elocution classes?
Elocution class.
Do you have a secret code ring or anything?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I do have some cool stuff. Let me check. I got a crowbar.
Neither the Count nor...
I got a grappling hook.
Neither the...
Got some
Neither
money.
the...
So I can't talk about any of this stuff.
How come I can see you? Is it something to do with me being a werewolf?
In a sense. It has much more to do with certain other matters.
Such as?
Ordinarily, I am only perceived by those who are about to die.
So you are invisible? Oh, that must be useful.
I'm not invisible, as such. People just can't see me. They won't allow themselves to do it. Until it's time, of course. Wizards can see me, and cats. Odd, really, but there you go.
But I can see you.
Indeed. People in a state of heightened awareness sometimes stop seeing what they expect to see and start seeing what is really there.
Oh.
Like with Gaspode.
Frankly, I think your seeing me has more to do with your quest for the golden sword.
You know about that?
I've been around. I hear things.
Why should the sword be a factor?
Well, it's more to do with narrative causality, as I said.
You did say that.
I mean, I'm just investigating a few murders.
Believe me, I know. I was there.
I really like Death. What a character. Actually, you mentioned the moss. I didn't even see it. It just blends in because it's got the green background and it's dark green on the green background. I keep missing it.
I don't suppose you know anything about mosses.
Moss? Did you say moss? Plants. Yes. Lots of plants here. Can't remember much about them these days. The memory fails. There are books, though.
Books?
I forget where.
Hmm.
Ah, yes. The library's Apocrypha. All the
Apocrypha.
books are there, you know.
May I use the library?
Eh? What was that, my boy? The library. Ah, yes. The library's Apocrypha. All the books are there, you know. You can use it if it will help your inquiry.
Oh, nice. We have
How
permission.
go your inquiries? Have you heard from Reagan?
Oh, you didn't remember that Reagan's dead?
No, not yet.
This room contains the von Uberwald's
Oh, you
Librarius
got teleported
Apocrypha. So, will I trust be careful not to damage any of the priceless tomes
Alone in the
housed
Dark
within.
3.
I'll be careful.
One would be very upset
Okay.
if one was to return to find, sir, perhaps folding paper
Will do.
animals from a priceless folio edition of the Dictionary of Eye-Watering Words.
What are they?
Boing, boing.
Books, sir.
I realize that. What are they about?
The Librarius Apocrypha is a collection of obscurities and rare volumes from across the continent. If knowledge were an animal, the Librarius would be a great dragon. Sir, by the same scale...
I stopped
would be a
listening to their
kebab
conversation.
on
Whoops.
an ant's barbecue.
I'll be careful.
Was there anything important in that? I was not listening. I sort of stopped listening after the first 2 sentences or so. Whoops.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem. Random fact, Vindaloo curry was adapted from classic Portuguese dish carne de vina dalas, meat marinated in garlic and wine, brought by Portuguese explorers to India. Awesome. I'm glad that happened, because I really like the dish. It's very good. I don't know, I wasn't listening either. I zoned out. Yeah, I totally zoned out. Oh, man. Something about an ant's barbecue? Right, okay. Was not trying to nudge, but you said you couldn't see it. No, I appreciate that actually, Ginger Buddha. I totally forgot that it was there again. Normally, often I would be like, hey, that's a hint. But in this case, I genuinely, like, this is a Mike can't see situation.
The
Index
library.
cards.
Perhaps I
Whoops.
could turn it to my advantage.
I can't see! Exactly. Why is he humping the cards? That has to be a glitch.
The books were all neatly indexed by a vast series of cards in a wooden case. It looked like the von Uberwalds were using an ancient version of Huey's octal system of indexing. It was complicated, but I reckoned I could at least use it to find out what books they had on a particular subject, and then wander around until I saw a bookshelf with the right number on it.
So Huey's octal system, is that like Dewey's decimal system? Like as in Huey, Dewey, and Louie? Is that where we're going with his jokes now? We got like multi-layered references to build the jokes now. That's pretty complex. Is Refraction Godot Advocate Mike was talking about before? No, it's Valiant Cheese that I was talking about before, Discworld. Although Refraction has been learning Godot recently and may be able to give you some tips. If I remember correctly, Refraction.
I found a copy of Orange Crates on the Nature of Plants. The book was a tediously detailed study of the plant kingdom, and one of the most boring things I've ever read. But I found the moss in there. Apparently it was a lycanthrope, a type of animate moss with crude locomotion, found only in the worst sewers in the most decrepit urban areas. Apparently the lycanthrope looked like harmless moss until something to eat walked by. Then they transformed into a deadly lichen and devoured their prey, at least as long as it was small enough. Otherwise, they just clung on for dear life.
Interesting. So where does it grow? La la la. The sewers.
The lycanthrope only grew in sewers. I had to find out how to get into the sewers of Ankh-Morpork. Not many people could claim that.
I thought the River Ankh was the sewers of Ankh-Morpork.
I checked through the library and found some ancient plans of the city of Ankh. There was an intricate sewer system beneath the city. It must be thousands of years old. It would be in quite a state if it was still around, and as far as I could tell, it would be under the waterline if there wasn't a drought on. Given the rains that we'd had recently, I could only find one section of sewer that might be above water. There was a shallow sewer running from the Maudlin Bridge around the rimward side of the Royal Winter Palace of the Kings of Ankh, now the home of the patrician. I guess the designers weren't allowed to put sewers under the palace grounds, which might have been why the Royal Summer Palace of the Kings of Ankh was a long way from Ankh-Morpork. That and the stench of the River Ankh, anyway.
There you go. Wait, I can werewolf now? Why can I werewolf now? Wait, when did this happen? Why did this happen? How do I bring that up again?
I could mess up the filing system, I suppose, if I wanted the butler to eviscerate me with sarcasm the next time I saw him. A far better plan would be to use the index to look up a book on a particular subject.
F doesn't work, ABC. Thanks for the try, though.
I leafed through a copy of Laws and Ordinances of the City.
Okay, what was I trying to do again? I did this on that. Oh! Oh, I click on Luton to bring this up. I wonder if there's a keyboard shortcut for that. Let's see, Luton's mouse controls? Using the mouse, starting the game, change of views. Exiting, exits, interacting. Inventories. Let's try. $17. I guess it's not a button.
The Enrichment Center
well.
regrets to inform you that this next test is impossible.
Anyway, turning into a wolf.
Although I appeared to be alone, I found it hard to believe I wasn't being watched. I wouldn't trust me with all those valuable books, and the butler certainly didn't.
All right. Is there anything else I should look up?
Finding a book on swords wasn't as difficult as I thought. I even found a tome on gold blades. 1001 Golden Swords, the complete story of gold swords throughout history.
I don't know which one's mine.
Unfortunately, it wasn't very helpful.
The Golden Falchion. The Maltese Falchion, if you will. This library's great.
The best book I could find for tracking down the mysterious bestial attacker was Philo's Bestiary. But there was nothing in it that sounded remotely like what Gable had described to me. I didn't really know how to look that up in the library.
Fair.
I didn't really know how...
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I kind of hoped that there would be something about ritual murders, but fair enough. So we can look up Carlotta.
I was looking for a book that would tell me something about Carlotta when I stumbled upon The Complete Bloody History of Uberwald.
Sounds good.
In it was the story of Duchess Charlotte von Uberwald, who was betrothed to Vlach the Impala, most feared of the undead antelope. She betrayed him and married into the von Uberwalds instead, causing a minor peasant uprising.
Oh.
The whole history of Uberwald seemed to be a series of peasant uprisings.
We already kind of knew that, though. I mean, not all the details, but some of it.
There was nothing about Al-Khali himself, but there was a copy of Frescoes and Fatal Traps of the Temples of Al-Khali, which was less than enlightening. I wondered if I was ever going to find out the origin of his name. But then I read the line.
Really interesting.
The city of Al-Khali is also known for its wind, blowing from the vastness of the deserts and continents nearer the rim. A gentle yet persistent breeze. It carries aromatic messages from the heart of the continent, compounded of the chill of the deserts, the stink of lions, the compost of jungles, and the flatulence of wildebeest.
Is he named
it was a working
because he farts a
theory,
lot?
at least.
You're known for your wind as well, Lassus. That's a good one.
I didn't really know.
Yeah, that's fine. That's about all I can think of to look up. I mean, unless I look up the murderers, more murders, wizard's murder. Wait, what is that? What? Huh.
I didn't really know.
Yeah, that's fair. I think we're basically... Yeah, we're basically done here then. So, can I look up sense in the database?
I didn't really know.
Makes sense that I can't.
Who would...
I'd like to see... Is she?
I will go.
Gee, he's slow.
The book was about the lineage and heritage. I didn't understand much of it, but The book was an old edition of Twerp's Peerage, probably a collector's item. Why do rich families feel the need to leave old, valuable books lying around in their reception halls?
So true.
It's bad enough that they have so much more money than you without rubbing it in.
Yeah.
The book was an
I can't
old...
relate.
Why
I don't know.
do...
Anyway. Woof.
There weren't many homes in Ankh-Morpork. Well, maybe in Unseen University.
Oh.
The paint...
Who would say...
I'd like... The painting... The paint...
How do I see Carlotta? Why do I need the guy to leave?
The painting... Still here.
Death's gone. I guess Carlotta's not coming. Or I have to figure out another way to trigger that. Alright, the sewers are here. Merchants Guild. We opened up the Merchants Guild. Let's go check out the Merchants Guild. I like these zooming in
The
intros.
Merchants Guild was the youngest of the Ankh-Morpork guilds, founded in self-defense by the city's traders and shopkeepers when they realized their role in the grand scheme of things was to be robbed. Robbing fat merchants, it seemed, was a perfectly socially acceptable, even heroic thing to do. Consequently, they weren't the friendliest of guilds either. I wasn't holding out much hope that they'd help me. Evening.
Usually is when the sun sets.
Is everyone in this city a smart aleck?
Who's he?
He used to be a regular at the Mended Drum. He made a reputation as a know-it-all.
Used to be?
The Mended Drum is a bad place to use the phrase, no.
Where did they find his body?
The Shades. And the Diesel Gate. His kidney down a well in Dolly's sister's, I think. Bits of his innards all over the place. Sounds like he had a lot of guts.
That was funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, we want to just do
So
a
how did
small
you end
talk
up
here?
working on the door?
Who? There's only so many good positions to go around.
I take it this isn't one of them.
Oh, it's not that bad. I get to hear all the interesting news with this job.
And has anything interesting happened recently?
Oh, yes.
Such as?
We got a new kettle. Much nicer than the one with the leak that we used to use.
You boiled water in a kettle with a hole?
Well, we made a lot of steam anyway. It wouldn't stay in the cups, though.
And that's the most exciting thing that's happened here.
Oh, exciting. If you want exciting, you should see the new colour scheme in the coin shaving room.
Come on. Someone was murdered. Wasn't that exciting?
Oh, sure.
Why didn't you mention that?
A guild policy. We're not to discuss the incident with outsiders.
I had a feeling. About this merchant that was killed.
Sorry, I'm not allowed to discuss the incident with outsiders. A guild policy.
It wouldn't hurt to tell me the broad details, would it?
It would hurt a lot. They'd throw me off the roof.
No one's going to know.
I'd know about hitting the ground.
Is it really that important to you?
The Merchants Guild takes its policies very seriously.
So it seemed. I had to find a way to exploit that.
Yeah, I know about clipping coins and shaving coins, for sure, ABC. I just think it's funny that they've got a room dedicated to it in here. I guess it makes sense, like it's a logical conclusion perhaps, but it's very funny. That's also where the term pieces of 8 comes from, because they would cut a doubloon into 8ths, the way, you might slice a pizza, and each of those is called a bit. So you had 8 bits per piece of 8. Per doubloon, or whatever. Read the books. The patrician legalized crime as well. Right. As long as you paid for it in some way, right? I wonder if any coin shavers figured out how to remill milled shaved coins. I don't know, Flygon. That's a lot of work. Yeah, that's true, Distron. It was an intended thing to do. Those little lines at the edges of coins. Yep, I do. They were created by who was it that created that? Was it oh, I can't remember who was responsible for that now. I want to say it was Newton, but I'm probably wrong. Wasn't Newton a treasurer or something like that at some point?
What's all this about coin shaving?
You haven't heard of coin shaving?
No, I didn't even know they grew hair.
Well, you take a coin and you carefully shave off some of the gold, which you can then melt down and sell. Easy money.
I think I see a problem with that.
Yeah?
Well, I didn't think there was any gold in Ankh-Morpork dollars.
Well, there isn't. Not anymore. We kind of shaved them too much.
So what do you use the coin shaving room for?
We keep the kettle there. It sets off the new decor superbly.
That's why you redecorated it?
No, we used to keep the old kettle there, only all the wallpaper fell down.
saw a demonstrator and Franklin Mint. Oh well, there you go. Maybe that's who I was thinking of. I don't know. It's been a while.
I don't understand. Why is it guild policy not to discuss the murder?
Well, as you probably know, we formed the guild to stop the dreadful habit of visiting heroes robbing all the fat merchants.
Yeah, I heard that.
Ah, yonder lies a fat merchant, they'd cry, using that special landlord a flagon of your finest ale hero talk. Let us relieve him of some of his ill-gotten gains. Pon my scalliard. Next thing you know, they've robbed you blind. That's the thanks you get for years of service.
Years of service, carefully mixing sand in the sugar and switching the number plates of the donkey carts.
Hey, that's a very stilted view. What about all the other top-quality bargains we offer?
Ah, yes. All those once-in-a-lifetime, never-to-be-repeated, absolutely didn't fall off the back of a cart offers?
Exactly. Plus, we keep the economy of the city running.
By giving small sums to the less smelly beggars?
Annually, yes.
You were telling me about guild policy.
Ah, yes. Anyway, it was decided that it
Oh my
would be
gosh.
the Merchants Guild's policy to fully further the aims of its members, advertise the civic charms of Ankh-Morpork, and beat 7 kinds of hell out of anyone with a leather loincloth.
Advertise the civic
Have you
charms
thought
of
of
Ankh-Morpork?
blabbling the
Are
blah
you
blah
saying
blah?
you don't like Ankh-Morpork?
Oh, no. Absolutely not. I heard what you guys did to Castroaster.
Damn straight. He got tired real quick.
This doesn't explain why you can't discuss the murder with me.
Well, the Merchants Guild is supposed to be the shining beacon that shows the rest of the world how unsurpassably wonderful Ankh-Morpork is.
By robbing them blind?
Oi, watch it.
Sorry. Continue.
Anyway, the point is, it's bad publicity if we're seen to have a murder in our ranks.
Couldn't you sell it as a tourist attraction?
What?
You know, come to Ankh-Morpork, site of the infamous counterweight killings.
Show some respect. A merchant lies dead, struck down in his prime.
So do half a dozen other people.
True, but they weren't merchants.
Civic charms?
So how exactly do you go about advertising the civic charms of Ankh-Morpork?
We pursue those misguided people who publicly fail to recognize the many attractive points of this fine city.
Pursue?
Yes, we hire large gangs of men with ears like fists and fists like walnuts to point out that Ankh-Morpork is in fact a marvellously clean and decent city in which to live. A process whose ongoing nature might be swiftly curtailed if they don't shut up right now.
I suspect they see sense.
Oh yes, even if their eyes are a bit swollen.
I'm sure they said nothing worthwhile while I was gone. Alright, I'm almost ready to do this redemption, damn it, Veins. Can we ask about anything else?
Do you know anything about the murder of the reader of esoteric occultism?
I can't help you there.
Have you heard about the counterweight killings?
Who hasn't? It's the talk of the town. A gruesome serial...
Ankh-Morpork, where...
Hey, if it isn't local news,
Oh, of 10,000 killed in a pogrom in
someone stubbed their toe on the Magdalen Bridge?
Never mind. Do you know anything about the sewers beneath Ankh-Morpork?
I don't know anything about that.
There's talk of a... I was wondering if it might have killed that merchant.
Wonder away. But I'm not discussing the incident with you.
Damn. Do you know a troll?
Well, no.
Alright. Here we go, Damn Beans. You've asked to take a look at Alone in the Dark 3. The gold's been unearthed. Now only secrets remain. Alone in the Dark 3. What can I say about Alone in the Dark 3? It's pretty interesting. It's set in like the 1920s/30s, but you go to a town which is used for a movie set, which the movie is set in like cowboy days. I guess like, you know, 17 something, 18 something, whatever, where I don't know when cowboy days are. 18 something, I guess. I don't know. Cowboy times. And there's all kinds of weird stuff going on there. 1880s, thank you, yeah. So the movie set, you know, set in a bygone era, and the game has ghosts and interesting stuff from that era. So it's like it's an authentic town that they're using for. I think it is an authentic town that they're using for it. It has werebeastism in it as well, which is pretty cool. Has really cool backgrounds like this one. Has some cool looking scenes. It has one of the most annoying general soundtracks that I've heard in a long time. That boing sound effect is from this game. Yeah. But other than that, like, the game's actually really good. I liked this game a lot. It was just that soundtrack that I didn't really love. The Wild West was only 35, 40 years prior. Yeah, it's apparently. Everyone knows the cowboys are insanely dangerous. That's right. Not being you. That's right. Thank you so much. Been thinking of that game for some time. Couldn't remember the name of it. Oh, nice one. There you go, Mason. It's Alone in the Dark 3 is this one. There's also another game called Silverlode that you may have also been thinking of, Mason. Let's take a look at the inside of the box. Have you played Too Dark? Made from another Alone in the Dark dev. No. I have not played Too Dark. I would like to know more, Gusak. Have you played the new Alone in the Dark? Yeah, I played through the whole thing. I streamed it, in fact. I only played through it once. There's, I think, you know, you got the multiple character playthroughs that you can do. I only played through it as Carnby. It was fun. It was not like the original Alone in the Dark at all, but it was still fun. Too Dark is currently on Steam and in promo. Okay. Thank you. Let me just open the link here and I'll have a look in a minute. Alright, my immediate reaction is not as good as I was hoping, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll have a look later. Alright, this comes with this awesome Mystery Examiner newspaper special edition, July 4th, 1925. Okay, so set in the middle of the 1920s, I guess. Curse of the Fields of Braves. Extra, extra. William J. Herbert, Chief Editor. Hollywood gossip columnists are still reeling. Could it be that the film The Last Ranger is really under a curse? An unusual series of despicable incidents has reigned like a permanent thunderstorm over the entire production. I'm not gonna read this entire thing. Yeah, there you go. It's a full-on little newspaper. It's not a full broadsheet style thing. Like, it's quite small. It's about the size of a letter. You know, an A4 piece of paper, practically. But it has all kinds of cool stuff in there, of course, that you can enjoy reviewing. Try and keep things in order a bit. Trip to Tombstone official rules. So yeah, that's one thing I sort of skimmed over on the cover. I didn't really read it aloud, but there is an advertisement on the front of this box. Win a trip to Tombstone, buy and register by June 15, 95. And if you do buy it, then you can maybe win a trip. I don't know if that ever happened. I think I wanted to look into that, and I never did. But it's interesting. It would be cool to buy a video game and get a trip to someplace. Don't go it alone. Get a copy of the book to help you through the game. I should try and seek out the books for all of these games. That would be pretty fun. Win a trip to Tombstone, Arizona. Send this card by June 15, 95. Saddle up for adventure in the wildest west ever. Register your copy of Alone in the Dark 3 and you may find yourself in the town too tough to die. Send the attached card by June 15, 95 and you could be off on one of 3 week-long trips for 2 to Tombstone's gold mines, authentic saloons, and infamous OK Corral. You could also win 15 iMotion CD-ROMs and 75 hint books. Holy crap, that's a lot of hint books. There you go. Alone in the Dark 3. Advertising Alone in the Dark 1 and 2 on the back of the CD here. One guy wins all 75. I mean, I don't know, maybe. I don't even know if they've got 75 hint books to give you. Like different games. Maybe just get 75 copies of the hint book for this game. Alone in the Dark 3. There you go. The whole manual for the game is that. I love that. Somebody at the door. For all 3 of these, they actually put people, like, they actually put all, like, the newspapers and letters and stuff like that in the boxes. Like, it was a permanent fixture for the series. I like that about it. Let me try and put that back in neatly again. All right. I love this stuff. So fun. Thank you for us to take a look at that one, damn it, Beans. Alrighty. Let's see what's up with Too Dark. Too Dark is a stealth adventure game developed by Friedrich Reynal, the pioneer of survival horror games and creator of Alone in the Dark. Make your way through the lairs and of psychopaths, unveil intrigue where madness mingles with horror, and above all, save the kids. Interesting. What's up with the character sprites? Why do they look weird? Everything looks kind of weird. Feelies in general are an attempt to encourage people to buy legitimate copies of games instead of just copying discs, no. I think that was part of it, but it was more, I think it was more about just having a real experience, because, like, the fidelity of older games, especially when, like, Feelies first came along with, like Zork and games like that, you had, the Feelies were, like, to help transport your mind into the world of that game a little bit better, right? Like, that idea of, like, oh, I've got a thing that's, like, actually from this world, so now I can, like, think of myself being part of that world just a little bit better. And they stuck around for a very long time. But, like, games like Alone in the Dark 3 and, like, Alone in the Dark, or, let me think of some other games, I don't know. A Call of Cthulhu, Shadow of the Comet, and stuff like that. They had those things to do the same thing. Like, it's still achieving the same effect of, like, I want you to feel like you've got an artifact from the world that you can read and understand the characters in this world. And it's sort of like, it creates a broader world around the game than what is just on the screen. which is true for all of those games going back. So like, if you can create something that's broader than what's actually on the screen in front of you, that's a good thing. It's like, that's what kind of what they were serving. It's not so much like, I mean, it is an incentive to buy the real thing, especially if you could like make it so that it's like intertwined with the game in some meaningful way. So you're like, oh, I'm going to look at this and look at that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't think the intention was to sell copies of games necessarily. I think it was to really just make the experience of playing the game as a legitimate customer, like very, very fulfilling. So yeah. Obviously, yes, copy protection came into play at some point as well, so maybe there was a bit of like incentive to purchase the real thing for that. But yeah, certainly from a consumer perspective, wanting to have those things might make you buy the game when you otherwise would perhaps copy it. So I guess it could be true, but I don't think that was the intention behind it. This looks very RPG Maker. I think they're voxels. Yeah, I was thinking it does look voxely, but I'm not sure if it's that or if it's just pre-rendered from 3D characters. Very hard to say. It's not like traditional pixel art, or at least it doesn't appear to be traditional pixel art. Guy's known for Alone in the Dark and Little Big Adventure. Oh, okay. Actually, it has a Little Big Adventure vibe to it. Game looks better in motion. It probably does, yeah. Phillies are cool. Electronic Arts were actually pretty good with them before they went total corporate. Yeah. Electronic Arts, back in the day, like there was a period of time where they were kind of like the best publisher, like the ideal publisher that I bet people would love to have these days. Where they like really promote the people working on the games and talk about like, you know, the people. Like it was really focused on the artist, as I would say. Anyway. Yeah, Wikipedia's wrong. I'm just going to say that. Allow for video game developers to implement copy protection and minimize the amount of digital space used for supplemental materials while simultaneously disguising their products from... distinguishing their products from competitors. So, like, distinguish, sure, maybe. Distinguish from competitors, maybe. Although there's nothing stopping competitors from doing similar things. Supplemental material that to save disk space, that's 100% true. Thinking of games like Wasteland, where there's like the paragraphs book that you can open up and like, you know, the game will tell you, read paragraph 183 or whatever, and you go look at 183 and that's the description of the area that you're in. That's saving disk space, so yeah, that's absolutely a true thing. Copy protection, I don't think it really started out as copy protection, and it became eventually copy protection, but it certainly wasn't there at the start. It's currently working on a remake of LBA. Oh, nice. That's cool, Mini Roach. You might be wrong, could be voxels, Distron. It'd be cool if it's voxels. Could consider Code Wheels feelies. Yeah. I think that's a bit of a stretch too, why not? But there were definitely like feelies that served a copy protection purpose, but it wasn't necessarily the intention behind it. Where it's like wiring diagrams to help solve a puzzle kind of thing. Which I think is like a Space Quest game that has that in it, where it's like you've got to refer to the feelies to understand like how to solve a particular puzzle or something like that, if I remember correctly. LBA game has Steam page as well. Nice. Yeah, anyway, this looks interesting. It doesn't remind me of Alone in the Dark at all, but that doesn't mean it's, you know, it says 2D, like it's a 2D game. It's supposed, I guess it's maybe supposed to be like a 2D Alone in the Dark game. Too dark. Yeah, maybe that's it. Stealth horror adventure. Yeah, okay. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. Maybe I'll check that out sometime. Alright. Gom Jabber Box was the original Feely. I don't even know what that is, but okay. Stealth is hard to get right. It is surprisingly difficult to get right. I agree. That's a Dune reference. Thank you. Oh, is that the box that makes you feel pain? The tradies would have appreciated it. Yeah, if the tradies was here. Oh look, there's that moss.
The ancient civic plans from the library led me straight to the sewer's entrance, not far from the Mortland Bridge. A relatively small tunnel was concealed beneath a pile of debris that must have accumulated over the centuries. It looked as if most of the tunnels here were actually still above the water line, or the sludge line, to be more honest about it.
There's very clearly this, like, moss right here, though, and I can't click on it. Sewer water? Is that what you call it?
I wasn't even sure it really was water.
Me either.
I didn't want to root around in the water.
I didn't want to root around in the water. Let's see. Wait, where's my moss gone? My moss is just gone? Oh, there's 3 directions. Oh, is this... Are we in a maze, everybody? Have we made our way into a maze? It must have disappeared. Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm trying to decide if I'm in a maze or not. And if I click... You know what? I'm going to save my game just in case I'm in a maze. Maze? Maybe? This is definitely a maze. Oh my god. And they're doing the evil trick of, like, slightly different camera angles to confuse you. So this is the same scene, right? Like, I don't think I noticed any differences between the 2 scenes.
I can't see!
And now we might not be at the place where we came in. Oh, but we are. Okay, so it does loop. So, okay, it's not clear if they're reusing backgrounds or if it is a unique background per area. We're going to find out, though. This is really interesting.
They were keeping their distance, but I managed to briefly catch sight of the dwarf who was following me.
Really? Dense green light fog.
The smell of the Ankh was unbearably strong in the sewer, and it was all I could do to remain conscious.
This is interesting. Oh boy. Oh, this is one of those... Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh boy, we're having fun now!
It's one of those! Oh no! Oh no!
I doubled back on myself, trying to get a good look at the dwarf who was following me. It was Al-Khali. I slipped away into the streets before he realized I'd spotted him.
Ah, rip. I feel like I might need a device to get through this navigation, because it is showing random. Is it consistent random, though? No, it's not consistent random. Yeah, I'm gonna not come through here right now. Magenta.
The smell of the Ankh almost drowned out the remains of the magenta scent. The smell of the Ankh was too strong for me to pick out the magenta scent well.
Huh.
One of the empty barrels had a faint magenta trace to it. The scent was too weak for me to really remember it.
Wine barrels is not an option I can click on anymore.
Generally speaking, people don't smell like wine. There was something more. The empty barrel. The empty barrels were surrounded by a cloying red mist, and it had the shrill pitch of red wine, if I wasn't mistaken.
I have to say, the way the camera goes left to right, I hate it. I hate it. Do you have dance step instructions? Yeah, that's what we need. Monkey Island but Bloody Forest again? Yeah, indeed. Wait, lawn green?
The garbage was giving off a distinctive green cloud, not dissimilar to the smell of the River Ankh.
So I've got trash, wine barrels, fuchsia, magenta, river ankh, and gospode. We're going to collect a lot of scents. I got to go to places where people can't see me and then transform into wolf and collect scents. Let's check our own office. Whoa.
The maroon scent wasn't recent. It suggested the tangy red of iron. The cloud of teal-colored scent was the smell of tobacco and petty theft. Definitely Nobby's.
Nice. We got Nobby's scent. Dark cyan.
Around the door was a strong, dark cyan odor with an earthy overtone.
Is that gospode? Or is that a different scent? Ah, different scent.
There was something about the purple scent that reminded me of werewolves.
Huh.
The dark cyan scent was strong and earthy, with a hint of something potent about it. Nobby's teal scent reeked of tobacco. I didn't know what to make of the dark cyan scent, but it was I didn't know what to... You couldn't possibly confuse Gaspod's scent with... It was unique.
Okay.
The scent... The cloud of tea definitely. The maroon scent, it suggested...
Blood, maybe? Oops, wrong thing. Bright cyan blob. Faint trace of apple. Dark cyan.
Dark cyan was the most prevalent smell in the dressing room. There was a booming bass quality to the scent.
That has to be... What's the name, right?
The cyan stench was coming from a bottle of perfume.
Troll perfume, okay. Why can't I pick up the dark cyan cloud?
There was a hint of an apple-colored scent in the air.
Unmistakable scent of envy and failure. Oh my gosh. Apple.
The apple-colored scent wasn't entirely unpleasant.
Okay. Whoa. I love how every time we transform, we get this like lower perspective on the scene as well.
The teal scent strongly resembled tobacco and guilt. There was a hint of an apple-colored scent in the air.
Huh.
Around where Mundy's body had lain was a dark blue scent. There was definitely the remains of a magenta scent in Mundy's room. The scent was too dispersed for me to remember it well.
Collecting a lot of scents
The
now.
navy blue scent was strong and distinct. There was a bold scent of navy. The tea.
Okay, I can't pick up things that I've already got.
Where Mundy had been in his room, there was a dark blue smell. The navy. Both scents were human. I was pretty sure of that.
Oh, okay.
I could recognize faint traces of the hideous troll perfume in the dark cyan scent. It seemed that the scent belonged to Sapphire.
Huh. Huh. Okay.
Nobby's odor was like no other scent on...
Okay.
There was not the... Definitely... The two scents... It smelled
I love this. This is interesting.
I guess Nobby's scent had lingered on from when he was here several days ago. I had a feeling his scent was as good a lingerer as Nobby was. There was definitely...
Alright, Hmm. Hmm.
The magenta trail led to the site of my murder. I guess it must be the murderer's trail. Down by the river, the smell of the ankh, it was pretty...
All right.
Although they were similar, one had a much sharper quality. The two scents had a superficial one was more supernatural.
Okay.
It smelled exactly.
Okay.
The green scent. The scent was too faint to remember. The green scent smelled like vegetation.
That's where we got the moss from, right? So maybe we will be able to use our scent down there. It seemed like it was going to be the river anking us up, but maybe we can go down there and try it. Mundi? Navy, troll, apple, maroon, okay. Purple, sapphire, knobby. Trash, wine barrels, fuchsia. Magenta, riveronk, and gaspard. Alright. We're learning stuff. We're pulling a case together somehow here. Were we able to do this all game? No. No. This is a new thing on disc 2. Oh, we can't transform there. I doubt we can transform at Cafe Ankh. Horse wasn't around. Maybe the Mausoleum we can try?
Turning into a wolf wasn't something I was entirely comfortable with yet. I was trying to restrict myself to...
Okay, so it's not necessary right now. No! Hey, I clicked through it without changing discs. Interesting.
Turning into a wolf.
Okay. Let's just leave. We didn't get a new perspective here. Wow, there's a lot of sense.
There was definitely a magenta. Around the chalk outline was a brown scent, presumably malachites.
We can collect malachite scent.
The magenta... There were signs of a teal scent on the roof. The scent had a distinct hint of tobacco.
That's probably Nobby's.
Nobby just couldn't conceal his odor.
What about the other ones?
The apple color...
So who's this Navy scent?
I guess the navy blue scent had to belong to Commander Vimes.
Okay. So the purple scent must be the murderer. Whoever owns that is the murderer. Pillsbury, we don't know how to resolve the mystery, so we made you into a dog to do it by magic. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting though, like people's scents get left behind at scenes that they're at, and you can still smell that they were there. I kind of like that as a concept. I don't like the way the camera has to shake all the time. That's very annoying. If that would just stop, it would be a lot easier to do. Kind of makes me annoyed that it's doing that. Reinforced many times in the book. There you go. Wait, blue? Do we already have a blue?
There was a blue mist around the statue Roden had been working on.
It has to be rodent's smell. Do we already have a blue, though? We got, like, a dark blue, which is Vimes.
Both scents were human. I was pretty...
Okay. So humans are, like, blue-scented? Oh, I guess Nobby was, like... What was the other color? Cyanish? What? I didn't click on that. Plaster encrusted bandages? This is new.
They looked like ordinary bandages, but at some point they'd been soaked in plaster. What they were doing in Roden's workshop was anyone's guess.
Ah.
I'd found the plaster-encrusted bandages on the floor of Rodan's workshop. Apart from the fact that they'd been soaked in plaster and left to dry, there didn't seem to be anything unusual about them.
Okay. Ah.
It was almost drowned out by the smell. The trail that I had seen in the cemetery seemed to continue down in the sewers, starting at one of the pipes and disappearing into the passageways.
Yep.
It was almost drowned out.
So it goes from here through along here. Okay, that's really interesting.
The trail that I had seen in the cemetery seemed to continue down in the sewers, starting at one of the pipes and disappear. It was almost...
So I followed it, I guess, now? Niche? Lair?
There were far too many niches for me to search by hand. It would take forever. The lair was concealed in one of the sewer's many niches.
I am familiar with Vimes' boot theory.
The lair was concealed in one of the sewer's many niches.
Holy crap.
There was all manner of debris piled up inside the niche. It looked like some kind of nest. I was strongly reminded of what I'd found in the Milka's cargo hold, only this nest seemed bigger somehow.
Interesting, interesting.
The magenta scent permeated the niche, stronger even than the smell of the Ankh. There weren't many
It did
times
say
in life
sewer
you got
water.
to say
You're
that.
exploring the sewers.
The magenta. There weren't many times in life. The magenta. There weren't. The smell of the all.
Gonna look at this niche over here and see if it's any different. There's no sense there.
Empty.
Alright, let's go this way then.
The trail that I had seen in the cemetery.
Okay, whoops, didn't mean to click there.
It was almost drowned.
So we found the lair. I don't know what to do about that, though. Maybe I can do something, like leave a trap, or grab some debris.
Amongst the garbage was some kind of pendant. There was all man. It looked like some kind. I was strongly reminded of what I'd found in the Milka's.
So where's the pendant? How do I pick up the pendant? Or have I already got the pendant? Oh, there's the pendant.
The metal of the pendant glinted amongst the debris.
Huh.
As I stood in the alcove examining the pendant, I felt as if I wasn't alone. It was the same presence I'd felt in the Milka's hold. I could feel the cold touch of death upon me. It was a strangely light touch.
It's a little mouse.
Size obviously isn't important, I agree. You are Death, right?
G'day, Quantum Pause. Good to see you.
Rats have their own death? No offense, I mean, you're very, very intimidating. For a skeletal rat, at least.
Alright. The Grim Squeaker.
So, do you come here often? I'm sorry, it's not easy to think of things to say to something like you. Well, it's not often I find myself in the sewers talking to a... What are you exactly? Exactly. So what's your connection to the big guy? You're sort of like relatives then. You probably get together for birthdays and Hogwatch night. I'd like to see that. So, what's it like being the death of rats? You don't get to talk much, do you?
I don't know how he's interpreting it mystical. I don't know.
If you don't mind me asking, were you on the Milka before? I thought so. What were you doing on the Milka? Uh-huh. No, please. Go on. Did you see anything? Well, I don't know. Anything unusual? Anything else?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I saw that.
I hate this. I hate this so much.
And that's here. This is its lair. It can't be very big. That's not very comforting. But I guess that's not your job, but comfort, I mean. I wasn't suggesting you weren't good at your job. I've never looked at it that way before.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was talking to a phantasmal rodent. I hoped he couldn't read my thoughts. He seems easily offended. Do these bandages mean anything to you?
I'm not going to get much out of this guy, am I?
I found this in the nest. Do you know anything about it? It was on the Milka, so this thing brought it here for some reason.
Maybe it goes with
I
a sword.
could really use some help, you know. Oh, forget I asked.
Oh, forget I asked.
I had a... I suppressed the... I was... Do you think there's a connection between the creature who made these nests and the beast that killed Malachite and the beast that killed me? Can't you give me a little help? No, I understand. Professional ethics and all.
Dang it. Forget I axed. Oh, man. Yeah, that ain't gonna go anywhere. Let's try.
Do you know anything about the murder of one of the patrician's clerks? Can you at least give me a hint? I see. Do you know anything about... Have you heard of... Do you know what... Well, no, it's not the rats that are being... That's fair enough, I suppose. I'll be sure to come to you the first time I'm investigating a serial rat killer.
Hey, thank you very much for the follow, new legend.
We mad Arthur? He's not a serial killer, he's an exterminator. Well, fair point, I suppose.
Yeah, thank you for the follow. I have anonymous followers on the channel, so feel free to lurk if you want to. Hey, esports, good to see ya. Is his a Rat Grim Reaper? Yes, that's right. Is it a Casium? Is that Discworld game by Core Design? Let's see. Perfect Entertainment. And what was the other brand name? I don't think Core were involved. I'm not sure about that. Just like Caesar. Okay, like Sesame. No worries. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. It's Perfect Entertainment. Discworld Noir. I don't know if there's anything in the credits about specifically who. Try and get to the credits here. Perfect Entertainment, GT, with a publisher. Yeah, I think that's it. Just Perfect Entertainment. Hey, Butthurt, good to see ya. Welcome back. Thinking Monty Python? Oh, nice. I've got a couple of Monty Python games, but I don't remember who made them. Maybe it was Core, yeah. What else are we going to ask about? We can't ask about any of this stuff. We're not getting any useful answers.
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
I don't think we're going to get anything out of this guy that's useful.
What do you know?
This is pretty funny, though.
Do you know a woman named Ilsa or a man named Two Conkers?
Monty Python's Flying Circus, the computer game, was by Core Design. Oh, okay. I don't know if I have Flying Circus. Maybe I should try and get that.
I'm trying to find a golden sword. Can you help? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the last time I saw it, when it was sticking out of my ribs.
Oh, that's so funny. Alright. What about the Mundy hanging upside down situation?
Can you think of any reason that Mundy might have been hung upside down before he was killed?
That was a nothing answer again. Yeah, the Grim Squeaker is who we're talking to. Inventory-wise, I think we got everything we can use here.
I'd found the pendant in the sewers. How it got there was anyone's guess.
Alright.
Well, it was nice meeting you. I have to get going. It's not like that. I have a lot of work to do. You too, huh? Whatever it was 6 inches high, robed in black, and wielding a small scythe in one skeletal paw. I really needed to lay off the booze.
That's one way to look at it. Oh, man.
There was all manner of debris piled up inside the niche. It looked like some kind of nest. I was strongly reminded of what I'd found in the Milka's cargo.
Hey, the Grim Squeaker's gone. And he's back. Hey, Akabidi. Mike gets clean, strim when? What does that mean? Do I need to clean up my beard? Is that the problem? Or I just need to stop swearing all the time?
I wasn't even sure it really was.
Oh, that kind of gets clean? Oh, man, I'm so far from that, I didn't even think of it.
I didn't want to root around in the water.
I don't really, I mean, I drink occasionally. That's about it. That's it. I occasionally drink alcohol. I'm pretty boring in that respect, I guess. So we know that their lair is down there. I wonder if I can set a trap for them or something, maybe. Where else could the sewers lead? There was a story about where the sewers led. Something about not under the patricians, but nearby it or something like that. I didn't really get it. I don't know who to talk to about this medallion, the pendant thing we found. We can still go down there.
Turning into a wolf, wasn't it? I was trying to restrict myself.
Okay. What about now? There we go. Okay. So, fuchsia...
There was a lingering smell of purple in the corner. It was too scattered for me to remember it.
This is where Ilsa was.
There was some faint traces of a light blue scent in the corner of the cellar.
And that's...
The scent was very weak, and I didn't think I would be able to remember it very well.
Where Two Conkers was. The red's the wine, of course.
The predominant smell in the cellar was of red wine, considerably more pleasant than the smell of the river,
Refraction. Take care, mate. Thanks so much for hanging around. I'll see you soon. Have a good Band session. Alright. Rodin, Mondi, Vimes.
I'd found a matching scent.
That has to be Ilsa. That's got to be two conkers then. What is it? Traces of blue.
I can't see!
Hey, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. I have anonymous follows on the channel, so feel free to lurk if you'd like to. Or you can jump in the chat and say hello. Either way, I do appreciate the support. Did it say light blue? I don't really have one of them yet. Can I collect it? He said he couldn't remember it.
The scent was very weak, and it was too scattered.
Huh. Let's just try Ilsa and two conkers. How do I get to them again? It's like contacts. Let's try using them on here.
The scent was extremely weak, and I didn't think it was important.
Huh.
I guess the fuchsia scent might be Ilsa's.
Okay. Does that now mean fuchsia is Ilsa? Not really. Can I grab that?
I guess the fuchsia scent might be Ilsa's. There was something more supernatural.
Alright. I get the strong impression that Ilsa is the werewolf, and therefore the murderer. I can't see anything else on this in the scene, so that's about all we're getting from this. No, I want to turn back to human. I wonder if there's anything left open in here.
I didn't really need a wine barrel. Most of the wine barrels in the Café Ankh cellar had been brought into Ankh.
Okay. Nothing specifically useful there. Good morning. How's it going, Onyx? No worries, cesium. I appreciate it. I mean, cesium, not cesium. Alright, let's go into the Ankh. Am I alone enough to transform?
I was pretty sure Samael wouldn't mind me slipping into wolf form, but it still didn't feel right. I just couldn't do it while somebody watched.
Maybe we can talk to him, though.
Samael, Mr. Luton.
Glad to hear you're well there, Onyx. Alright, let's see.
Do these bandages mean I wouldn't know anything?
He's never helped me with anything, so...
Does this mean anything to you? I would...
Probably wasting my time here again. It's like they forgot to give him anything useful to do.
You haven't seen Ilsa recently, have you? No. I haven't seen the foreign gentleman she was traveling with either. I know where he is, but Ilsa seems to have disappeared. I'm sure she'll turn up when you least expect it, Mr. Luton.
Least expect?
You're probably right, Samael.
Damn it.
What do you know? Sorry, Miss...
Okay.
I heard that a merchant was murdered. You wouldn't know anything about it,
I'm
would
good,
you,
thank
Samael?
you, Onyx.
A merchant? I think you better ask at a less reputable establishment. I could get into trouble suggesting that something was up in the Merchants Guild. Why? The cafe is part of the Merchants Charter. The Merchants Charter? It just means that if we're found to have caused any bad publicity for the city or the guild, they send someone round to smash the windows. Doesn't that cause bad publicity? I'd rather not pursue that interesting point. Do you know anything about the murder up at Unseen University? No, sorry. Don't you get wizards in here? You're just around the corner from the university. No, we don't get wizards here. The wizards prefer the Mended Drum and other noisy establishments. What about the other staff? Well, some of the other staff do call in every now and then. I guess the closest to a regular would be Cassandra, but she's not working there at the moment.
Oh.
At the moment, she quits her job occasionally, but she always goes back. The university pays her a good wage for what she does, which is mainly laundry and a bit of dusting. If the pay's good, why does she keep quitting? She doesn't get on with a head chambermaid up at the new hall. Why? Mrs. Foames has a bad reputation as someone to work with.
Second time we've heard Foames mentioned by somebody. The game has interesting pre-rendered 3D style. Yeah, it does. It's pretty cool, actually. So, like, the backgrounds and static characters in the scene tend to be pre-rendered. And so does Luton when it's a scene like this, like talking. But when he's walking around, he's actually fully 3D character. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. I like what they've done. It's pretty fun. It looks great, except it's very dark. Is what I'm finding. It's very dark a lot of times. Hard to make distinctions between certain things sometimes. They could have upped the gamma a little bit for some of the scenes. Alright, what about the clerk?
Have you heard about the murder of one of the patrician's clerks? Sure thing. I was interviewed by the Watch about it.
Huh.
You? Why?
Why?
He was the clerk in charge of the palace stores. He was the one who bought the wine for the palace.
Oh.
Really? So do you know anything about the murder?
Interesting.
No. Sorry. But there should be someone here from the palace any moment now to collect the next shipment. You could ask them. I guess I could. But I doubt they'd tell me anything.
They might, though. That might have been very interesting, actually. Cool. Wonder when this random person will show up.
Turning into a wolf. I was...
Alright. Nobody here. I guess I'll be here later. Can I werewolf mode here? I don't see the point, but...
Ah, great plan. I'd just change into a werewolf in the Pseudopolis Yard reception. That really wouldn't help clear my name.
You never know.
Back behind the desk. Hello, Luton. Do these mean anything to you? Well, it could be the work of a plaster surgeon. A plaster surgeon? Yeah, they're cosmetic surgeons for trolls.
Ah.
Some troll's on the run, wants to change his face. Well, he goes to a plaster surgeon. The Watch would like to get their hands on any plaster surgeons working in Ankh-Morpork, I can tell you. Don't you want to know where I got them? They're just some plaster-soaked bandages. Why would I be interested? Nobby, do you ever actually do any detective work? Well, I'm only a corporal. I'm beginning to understand how detritus got to be sergeant.
Wow, okay. Let's ask about this.
Does this mean anything to you?
No.
No.
Alright.
You mentioned the murder of one of the Yeah. What can you tell me? That he's dead. That's all your in-depth inquiries turned up? Not as easy as that, you know, making sure someone's really dead. He might have just been playing dead. Anyway, he was killed in the palace. You must know more than that. Or is it that you can't tell me about it? If you want to know more, you'll have to find out yourself.
Ow.
Sorry. Never would have guessed it, Nobby.
Okay.
What can you tell? Nothing. Nothing. The university isn't being cooperative. Old Vimes is saying that because it's murder, it's our jurisdiction. But they're arguing that they can handle their own affairs.
Okay.
It's all got political. That doesn't help the inquiry much, does it?
That's true. That's true, Distron. He was murdered.
What about this merchant that you said was murdered? Well, you must be able to tell me. The guilds like to disputes to themselves. You'll have to talk to them.
I can't get any information out of him. See, it's funny that we just got the Merchant Guild map marker again, even though we already have it. Let's see.
Any leads?
We're baffled.
Yes, Nobby, but you're baffled by the way it gets dark every evening.
Ha ha. Very funny.
That's pretty mean. I don't think I'm getting anywhere here.
Have you heard of...
Oh yeah, he's a
How...
Well, is he...
It's all news.
Well, if I...
We already asked this one. Alright, what about... Well, I guess we're done. Let's see, if I, bring up this...
Can't help you with that, Squire.
I didn't expect that at all. I thought that for sure it would be like yep, that's definitely Nobby's scent, but no, they didn't program that part in, I guess. Okay. Can I transform in here at all? I have my doubts.
I didn't want to transform in such an exposed area. Do you recognize this pendant?
It is an ambiguous Puzuma talisman.
What does it do?
It keeps away ambiguous Puzumas.
Does it work?
I don't see any Puzumas around here, do you?
I walked right into that, didn't I?
Alright.
What do these bandages mean to you?
It looks like a jelly baby in Mummy's burial wrap.
And the plaster?
Perhaps he's been decorating.
I need you.
They'll all need my help.
What do you know?
He's been smuggled out of Ankh-Morpork
Okay.
by a team of
Ontolog...
a vicious band of terrorist philosophers trying to spread their doctrine that our existence is purely an abstract experience mediated by a limited sensory experience, which cannot be relied upon to provide accurate perspectives or any true reality should one exist.
Sounds plausible.
So, they got to you too, did they?
Alright. I don't think I'm going to get useful stuff out of him right now. We'll have to come up with some ideas to ask him about later, though.
Most of the statues were a mystery to me, but I recognized the odd face. There was Zephyrus, the god of slight breezes, and Lamentatio, the goddess of interminable opera. I thought I could see FedEx, messenger of the gods, in one corner.
Huh.
Religious emblems were scattered. The sacred lace of the holy... anything. I didn't need a totem.
Alright, but I might have a totem.
There didn't seem to be any obvious connection to any of the totems that were on display.
Okay.
But from the looks of the ones in the temple, almost anything could be a totem.
Right.
That had nothing to do with the...
Okay.
Does this pendant mean anything to you?
It is interesting, isn't it? I don't suppose you could be persuaded to donate it to the cult of Anu Anu.
No.
I doubt it.
A shame. That would probably be worth 20% of your recommended daily intake of salvation.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of salvation. Oh, man. Hey, welcome Stuff by Sunshine and Raiders. Il Hooly Dooly. It's Sunshine's Hooligans. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're doing good today. What was South by Sunshine up to today? Let me shout you out. Very fancy, Sunshine. Very fancy. How are you going? There you go. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. What were you up to today? You're doing some Discworld 1? Oh my gosh. You started playing Discworld 1? How are you liking it? It's very challenging. I'll say that much. I hope you're doing really good today, everybody. For those of you who haven't been here before, if you're coming in from Sunshine's channel, my name is Mike. I collect old video games. I also play them. I also make video games. I don't know what else to say, actually. Sometimes I draw pictures. Not as good as Sunshine draws pictures, but sometimes I draw pictures. Oh, you're enjoying it. That's good to hear, Sunshine. Everybody who's hanging out with me, please go drop a follow to Stuff by Sunshine. Sunshine's a very talented artist and has some great retro gaming streams occasionally as well. Very cool stuff over there on their channel. You know Discworld really well. Oh, nice. That's good. Good for you. I have limited knowledge of Discworld. I've only read one book. I've heard like bits and pieces over time, and I've got a cool Discworld art book. Where is it? Here it is. I got this cool Discworld art book. It's really nice to look at. The art of Discworld Kidby art. So there's some great audiobooks on YouTube as well. Oh, nice. Yeah, I should do that. We already guilt-tripped him into promising to read more. Yeah, I will read more, eventually. There's some good pictures in this book. I quite like it. Let's see. Find some death pictures. My favorite character. There's the Grim Squeaker. I will read more eventually. Oh man, I understand the feeling with my accumulated library. I used to read a lot more, but yeah, I have far less time than I used to have these days. I've only read The Color of Magic. It's the first book. Some iconic scenes, indeed. It's quite a fun thing to flick through. I've learned a little bit about Discworld lore and stories and stuff from this book. I haven't actually read the books yet, though. This was the first Discworld book I owned, actually, was this art book. I always had a fascination with Discworld. And I watched some of the, there was like an animated series and a few other things that I've watched, but I never actually sat down to read the books until I read the Color of Magic. And then I haven't read anything since then. I gotta get onto that. Anyway, some cool stuff in here, of course. Love Paul Kidby. Very talented, yeah. Yeah, Color of Magic, I am aware that it's not the best. It's the first book. And I always like to start at the start of things, but yeah, maybe in this case I should have followed advice and read something else first, but I'll get back to reading the books eventually. Pogs Watch Movie is fun too. I've watched, I forget which ones I watched. The one with, what's his name? Samwise in it. What's his name again? I forget the actor's name. Anyway, I watched that series. Got Tim Curry, and whatever that guy's name is. A bunch of other English actors. Anyway. That was The Color of Magic. Okay, yeah. I watched that series. That so like 3 episodes in it or something like that.
I didn't want to transform in such an exposed area. I have some more.
Ask.
Did your church buy that window?
We are not a church, we're a cult.
What's the difference?
Demographics. Church. No.
That talks way too much.
Now let me get this. The Eternal Seers are...
No, my child. The legends say that the first pizza was created by the Klatchian mystic Ronron Revelation Joe Sawadi, who claimed to have been given the recipe in a dream
I gotta watch
by the
Hogfather
creator of the Discworld himself.
and Going Postal.
Allegedly, the creator said that the pizza was what he had intended all along. Those who have seen the original say that what the creator had in mind was a small cheese and pepperoni affair, with a few black olives, and things like mountains and seas got added out of last-minute enthusiasm, as so often happens.
So who were the Eternal Seers?
The survivors of the schism of the Turnwise Ones and the resulting Grand Jihad.
Grand Jihad?
Yes. After the deaths of some 25,000 people, the faithful were allowed to add one small bay leaf to the recipe.
So is this divine figure in the window the creator?
Oh no. It is blasphemy for any to depict the rat face of the creator.
Because of his divine stature?
No. Because it is clear that world creation is not a divine act, but a rather straightforward mechanical function. Hence, to praise the creator would be blasphemy.
How does the creator feel about that?
He seems content. He's had some success with his design, apparently. The details are sketchy.
All right.
I asked Mooncalf where he...
We're not going to get anything useful out of any of this stuff, are we? Okay. What else can I ask about?
I've heard that a bestial creature stalks the streets of Ankh-Morpork.
Indeed. Oh, perhaps
actually, Mentarian is signing for Jingo in
apocalypse.
97.
The end of the world.
Make him
the triumph of the ice
nice.
giants. The tea time of the gods. The time when the creatures from the dungeon dimensions will break into the world again. Well, allegedly. The legends are as unreliable on this as they are on most things, hence the
Will
name.
Wheaton was in...
It's not too late to repent and join the ranks of the faithful.
I'll
yeah.
pass if it's all the same with you.
I forget the guy's name right now. He's Bob in Stranger Things as well. I forget what his name is. I know it. It's just my memory's bad with names to start with, so... Anyway. I really don't feel like I'm getting anywhere with this guy. I kind of hate talking to him.
My time belongs to the god.
I kind of hate talking to this guy.
Do these bands...
I prefer to involve my...
I don't even know if he's useful.
I had a...
Like, I'm probably wasting time talking to him.
That doesn't work.
This whole situation.
Behind Mooncalf was a beautiful stained glass... If I
Yeah, I don't know. Waste of time.
That doesn't work.
Maybe I need to get him to leave so I can transform into a werewolf. Maybe that's what it's all about. I don't know.
That doesn't work.
Yeah, nothing works around here.
That doesn't work.
Gee, it's like I'm playing Discworld 1 again.
The only non-denominational feature in the temple was a small pool of water in the central atrium.
Sean Aston, thank you. Quantum Pause, thank you.
That doesn't work.
Samwise didn't carry Frodo across Middle-earth to be remembered as Bob from Stranger Things, jeez. Bob from Stranger Things is a legend, and I won't hear anything bad about him. Okay? Let's see, can I do anything here? Can I check sense? Is that a thing I can do? Let's see. No, wait, that's Sapphire. We know Sapphire was around here. Trash, Fuchsia, Magenta, River Ankh.
If that had anything to do with the pool, I couldn't see what it was.
We need a long-winded explanation.
I
as to
didn't
this.
think that had anything.
Okay. I wonder what he'll say about this. It's like placeholder response.
Useful though they are, an exit is just an exit.
What?
Useful.
I guess because I'm trying to combine. The game was like saying I'm trying to combine it. All right. Oh, there's another part of the graveyard right here.
I was on the other side of a stained glass window.
Oh, I
with
only
some
just found
kind
out
of
about
angel
this.
on it.
Oh, we can see his silhouette.
I could see that someone was on the other side of the window.
Can I do something? I mean, I don't know what I would do.
There really is a limit to what you can do. I could see that someone...
What is the point of this?
I was confident the silhouette belonged to Mooncalf.
Okay. Whoa.
The trail led to the Temple of Small Gods. Then I lost it.
Huh.
I'd lost the trail. I couldn't tell where it went from here. This was the other side of the...
Interesting.
I followed the magenta scent with a certain sense of grim
Oh.
inevitability.
I didn't know I
I
could do
already
this.
knew where it would lead.
Interesting. Can I keep following the scent if I just go into this mode and double click on it? Huh.
I followed my murderous trail back to the Temple of Small Gods.
See, I didn't know you could do that.
I wasn't about to start smashing windows, even though I wanted to.
Oh, man. Wasn't Samwise the tourist in the Color of Magic? Yes, he was. He was, Stickster. That's why we were talking about him, actually. Two Flower, Sean Astin was also in a small independent film called Goonies. Played football at Notre Dame. Oh, man. He was in Goonies. That was fun. He's done a few things. He's done a lot of movies. He was in 50 First Dates as well.
I'm back.
Good boy.
Can you go through these scents one?
Oh, I don't want to go through the scents.
Do these bandages mean anything to you?
Gordon Bennett, who do you think I am? Laddie the Wonder Dog?
Supernatural Casino still has unnatural rates. What? Underrated actor. He was great in what? Encino Man. That is a funny movie. Is he in it? He voiced Raphael in one of the Ninja Turtles. That's pretty cool. Didn't know about that. I'm not going to get anything out of this dog, am I? Let's not even bother. Can I check the scent on the letter? Let's see. Bring up the scent menu. Fuchsia. This should be Isla.
I think it's just a case of read it or weep. I think it's... There was a water-soaked letter. The flashback was bad enough the first time.
Huh. So, what, I can't use the scent?
I think it's just a...
Bugger if I know anything about that.
It was just a big...
Bugger if I know anything about that. Thank you for the Doom Redemption Life Forcer. Okay. Let's see, if I go into wolf mode again. Unpleasant aqua fog.
The smell of...
That's Gaspard.
The
Fuchsia.
scent of a woman around my grave. Something had passed through the cemetery and left a very...
Wait, Lady Ilsa Valberg. How come that updated now?
I knew it was the same scent. That's where I got it from. The two scents, one was...
Well, that's good. Now we know it's Ilsa. There must be something we can do with that silhouette situation. Maybe if we get the guy to leave somehow. If we can get the wizard, to, whatever the guy is, Mooncalf. Is that his name? Mooncalf? Get him to leave, and then we'll be able to do things. Anyway, trying to figure out if there's anything else I can do. We traced down to the nest. The den, the lair, whatever. And then the trail kind of went cold. Like, I guess I don't really know what else is going on there. I might take a break. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'll just leave you with this lovely screen. Anyway, I'll have to look at that one. Well, where are we gonna go next? I don't know really what to do. Maybe we can do something with Mooncalf, get him moving on. Thanks, Pi. Appreciate it, mate. What is Psy anyway though? What was how old is that? Did you just make that one? I didn't think I said anything clippable. What did you clip? Can you please leave, sir?
I have some more. Ask them. Did your church? We are not. What's
this is all the same things we just got. Why don't we?
Now let me.
Was there anything useful in any of that? I didn't get anything out of it.
So here I am. Why should I choose? Because Anu Anu is the true god of gods, more mighty and strong than all the others put together.
About half the gods in this temple alone claim to be the true god of gods.
But Anu Anu reveals himself through his divine miracles.
Such as?
The easiest way to make me add it as a clip is to
really
extract the audio and
what you couldn't
post
do if
the
you didn't have a thumb.
.mp3 file.
Anu Anu is the god of thumbs?
No, but Anu Anu bites away the thumbs of the non-believer.
I'm not convinced. Anything else?
Join the cult of Anu Anu now to receive a free faux pearl statuette of the great god Anu Anu. A $90 value, absolutely free.
Yeah, me too,
Mini Roach, of your
me
friends
too.
As they roast in the fire.
I'll make a website to make it easier.
Thanks,
How about that?
I'll pass.
Anu Anu?
So what is Anu Anu the god of?
Anu Anu is above being bound to one single concept or idea. He is power incarnate.
Come on, level with me. What is he the god of?
It's not to be discussed with non-believers.
So this is less of a religion and more of a lucky dip.
Oh, I feel sorry for you on Judgment Day.
You keep mentioning Judgment Day. What do you mean?
Mark my words, it's coming. Darkness and evil shall descend on this city, and fetid corruption shall consume the very souls of the unbelievers. Only the followers of Anu Anu shall be saved.
Darkness and evil? How exactly are we going to tell Judgment Day from any other day in Ankh-Morpork?
By the time you realize what's going on, it will be too late.
It generally is.
By the time you realize what's going on, it will be too late.
I asked Mooncalf if Carlotta was in the temple when Mundy was murdered. Frankly, he didn't seem... His face...
Yes, I believe I saw her in the temple that night.
Does she come here often?
She is indeed a regular of the Temple of Small Gods. I myself have lectured her at great length on the virtues of the cult of Anu Anu.
Why does she come here?
Why does anyone come here, Luton? For answers. For absolution. Perhaps simply out of boredom. But mostly for something to give her life a meaning.
What makes you think life has a meaning?
20 million zealots can't all be wrong.
There are 20 million members of your cult.
Not of this cult, but every religion is testament to the quest for meaning, even if our cult is the only true religion.
Don't you feel like you're just servicing a group of selfish, self-obsessed, half-wit deities whose ability to survive without you is considerably less than your ability to survive without them?
Watch your tongue, Luton. Talk like an atheist and you can expect a lightning bolt to strike you where you least expect.
I'll take my chances. What do you...
My time belongs to the god...
Do you know...
They are not followers of Anu Anu, and
Okay.
I asked... He seemed... Perhaps...
I was holding a service at that time.
Where?
Here.
So you have wit...
But of course, my entire congregation saw me give...
So you can give me the names of...
Betray the confidence of my flock. You must think me shallow of faith.
Shall I take that as a no? I asked... He... Do you know... No. I've heard...
Perhaps the apocalypse is already...
The apocalypse.
The end of the world. The triumph of the ice giants. The tea time of the god. The time when the creatures from the dungeon dimensions will break into the world again. Well, allegedly. The legends are as unreliable on this as they are on most things, hence the name. It's not too late to repent and join the ranks of the faithful.
I'll pass if it's all the same with you.
Okay.
Have you heard of...
I have...
Nothing. Heard about any ritualistic...
Again,
I was suspicious. Most religious fanatics would have turned the counterweight killings into fuel for their zealous fire.
Okay.
Mooncalf's silence spoke more than words.
Interesting.
Not literally. It wouldn't be much of a silence if it spoke. I imagine silences get kicked out of school for that sort of thing. The point was,
yeah.
I was suspicious of Mooncalf. There
Okay.
was something he wasn't telling me.
Okay, we know he's lying about the counterweight killings.
I asked Mooncalf where he was when the He always seemed to be holding a sermon.
Interesting.
I asked Moon... He always... I asked... He al...
Huh.
What can you tell me about a golden sword?
Ha 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 ha! You should talk to Malaclips, the mad priest over on the other side of the temple. I'm sure he'd be delighted to talk to you about golden swords.
Okay.
Does this pen...
It is interesting, isn't it? I don't suppose you could be persuaded to donate it to the cult of Anu Anu.
I doubt it.
A shame. That would probably be worth 20...
Well, I'll be on my way.
I'll be here should you choose to repent. Did I tell you that we're giving away free tea towels to anyone who joins this week?
Nice. Use a tea towel.
Behind Mooncalf was a beautiful stained glass window depicting Morphine, the angel of dreams, passing the recipe for the Discworld's first pizza to a mortal. If I strained, I thought I could just about see a bay leaf on the pizza.
Okay.
I was drawn to Mooncalf by his religious fervor. He was the kind of man who wouldn't miss a single event in the temple, no matter how trivial. He also struck me as the kind of fanatic who knew 100 words for infidel and not one for compromise.
Okay. What can I do?
I didn't... What did that have to do? Have you heard of... I have not heard of... I was... Mooncalf... It wouldn't... I am... The point... There was something he wasn't telling me.
How will I figure that out? Mooncalf doesn't show up in my contacts or suspects list, though. So I can't ask about him to other people. So whatever we do has to be adjacent to him in some way, I guess. Maybe if you go into the cemetery and do the backyard of the cemetery thing. I forget how we did that. Oh, there it is. So what's up with this?
This was the other side of the window behind Mooncalf.
When we look at it, we can see the silhouette of Mooncalf.
I could see that someone was on the... I was confident this...
Okay.
There really is a limit to what you...
So I have to use something on him, maybe?
There really... There really is...
What's the point of this? Unless I'm supposed to get him to move on. It does sort of feel like I'm supposed to do something like that. Get him to move on. I don't know. What do you think? Don't actually answer that.
There was still no sign. He could be anywhere.
I still don't think I've got any way to persuade these guys to let me through.
Mind if I ask some more questions?
As long as they're not about the incident.
Do these band...
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
Does this mean anything to you?
I don't know anything about that.
I didn't get any new notes for a while.
Is this a good time for a... Do these mean anything to you? Do these mean bandage? They seem to have plaster cake. No, I don't know anything about that. Yes, you do. You are the most useless liar I've ever met.
Okay, he knows something.
It's nothing to do with me. That's a matter for the watch. The watch? They're only bandages. That's all I'm saying on the matter. I don't want no trouble. And they are trouble.
Okay.
Does this mean anything to you? No.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages? Yeah. Sounds like a good idea. Come on, Luton, walk.
Wanted, bedmaker and laundryman for Unseen University. $2 for each day survived. Contact Mrs. Foames at the new hall.
Nice. That's a couple of things.
Unseen University was looking for someone to make the beds and do the laundry at the new hall.
Maybe I could do that. Where is it? New hall.
The new hall at Unseen University. The cemetery at the Temple of Small Gods. A shallow sewer running from the brass bridge and then around the rimward edge of the patrician's palace.
Brass bridge?
The Maudlin Bridge.
Oh yeah, look at that. It's all magical and stuff.
Unseen University was positioned along a large stretch in the River Ankh, and its campus was convoluted enough that it was hard to tell where the university ended and the city began. It would be wrong to say that the people of the city respected the wizards of the university, and it would be wrong to say that they hated them. In fact, all you could really say was that both the citizens and the wizards were glad of the wall that stopped them from having to socialize on a daily basis.
That must be Foams.
Mrs. Foams?
Yes, I am she. What do you want?
May I come in?
No, you may not.
I've come about the job.
Is that a fact? Very well, you may enter, but wipe your feet. I won't have the help messing up the carpets.
What carpets? So she's just gonna leave, or...?
Now, you've come for the job, Mr...
Luton. And yes, I am interested in the job.
Well, as the head chambermaid, the decisions about hiring staff falls on my shoulders. Do you have any experience?
Lots.
No, but I'm a fast learner.
Well, the pay is $2 a day. There are no perks. If you want it, it's yours.
I'll take it.
Do these bandages mean anything to you?
I have better things to be doing than talking to you, you know.
That's true, that's true.
Does this mean anything to you?
I have...
We're not going to get many answers out of her, eh?
I'll take the job.
I could have
When
shot
do
my
I start?
entire load at
You can
them.
start now by making the beds. The dorm is through that door. I advise you to leave before the students get back.
Why?
Boys will be boys, Mr. Luton. And apprentice wizards are the worst kind of boys imaginable.
Oh no.
I didn't want to This was clearly something that was worth keeping.
Okay.
Is it dangerous working here? Only I heard that one of the wizards was murdered.
Don't let that bother you, Mr. Luton. The affairs of the staff are not our concern.
You don't think I'm in any danger?
Goodness, no. The odd death is just the natural course of campus politics, I'm afraid. It's a shocking turn of affairs, but we mustn't question it. Dead men's pointy boots, and all that.
What do we get there? Dead men's pointy boots.
Dead men's pointy boots?
Yes. No questions asked as to the manner of their emptying, if you know what I mean.
I see.
I don't.
When I mentioned the murder at Unseen University to Mrs. Foams, she said something about dead men's pointy boots.
I mean, I do vaguely recall something from Color of Magic about that.
Do you know anything about some kind of beast stalking the streets?
I have better things to be doing.
She's not going to help us, is she?
Can you tell me about Unseen University?
It's not the business of help to discuss their employers.
I guess I'd better get to work.
Very good.
Oh boy, we're having fun now! We are. Octarine board.
The Octarine board appeared blank to my eyes, but I had a feeling there was something written on it I couldn't see. A few sticks of chalk, a type of chalk made from octarine carbonate, were resting on the top of the board.
Sturdy unlocker. Unlocker with disturbing aroma. Rugged unlocker. Unstable unlocker. Got these pointy boots over here.
The dorm was full of the jangling scents of the students, but the most surprising thing was the octarine board. As a wolf, I smelt the words on the board. The chalk marks showed up as sparkling traces against the odorless board. It seemed to be a list of subjects the young apprentices were studying. Occult perils of lace-making, basic myth and monsters, principles of thaumic imponderability, and temples of the great Nev. Under the list of subjects were the words, "You must read a chapter on each before the next lecture."
And now I'm no longer wolf mode.
I was pretty sure I'd learned all I was going.
Okay. I didn't write anything down, though.
The students had their very own unlockers to keep their possessions in. This sturdy-looking unlocker seemed in better condition than the others.
Maybe we should open it.
I guess it was my job to make the beds. Watch how fast I go. For a brief moment, I considered actually making the beds. Fortunately, good sense prevailed. The only interesting thing I could find in the unlocker was some books. I guess the rumors about the students weren't true. They did do some studying. What have we got? Occult Primer, Monster Fun Grimoire, Fulamyth, The Theory of Thaumic Imponderability, Lost Temples of the Great Nev. I flipped through the Monster Fun Grimoire and Fulamyth, but there was nothing resembling the bestial attacker in either.
Okay.
There was nothing in any of the books about that.
Fair.
There was nothing.
Such savagery indeed.
There was nothing.
Alright, what are we gonna get? Nothing out of that. What about this?
There was no. There was no.
Oops.
There was nothing in any of the books. There was.
Well.
What have a Monster Fun Grimoire for the Lost?
Occult. Okay, let's see.
There was nothing in.
Alright, I give up on that one then.
Given the smell of the unlocker, I was grateful it was locked.
Wait, it's locked? It's an unlocker.
I searched the unlocker, but found nothing I wanted to think too hard about.
Alright.
Unlike the other unlockers, this one seemed to be levitating a few inches above the ground. Probably one of the students' cantrips that hadn't worn off yet. As for the unlocker's contents, the less said about them, the better.
That good, huh? Okay. So... Where am I?
Not in front of the porter. I'd definitely get thrown out.
Who's the porter? I don't see the porter. Oh.
The burly porter had inflexible written all over him in large ironclad letters.
Door.
The door led to the library of the Unseen University.
Maybe I need to go there?
Where do you think you're going?
Just going for a walk.
Stay in the new hall. Yeah. Students and wizards only beyond this point.
Okay. Point made.
What are you doing here?
The name's Luton. I'm working for Mrs. Foames.
You're the new bed maker, eh? Well, you can't come any further than this, Luton. Wizards only in the library.
Wizards only?
Well, wizards, apprentices, and orangutans.
Are you a porter?
No, I'm a Bledlow.
Bledlow?
There's a difference, all right?
The heck's a Bledlow?
What's a Bledlow?
We look after the students.
Look after them?
Just like the watch looks after the city.
You throw your weight around and beat them senseless when they do something wrong?
That's about the size of it, yeah. You don't mess with the lobsters.
Lobsters?
Just a nickname we've picked up over the years.
Why?
If you see us get our hands on a student, you'll understand.
You make it sound like you're hunting them down.
Of course. All students are guilty of everything.
Where are all the students?
Good question.
They're off playing Unseen University Challenge against the students from the Assassin's Guild.
What does that involve?
I don't know. Given the way most sports are conducted round here, it probably involves a very careful inspection of half the pubs in Ankh-Morpole.
What makes you say that?
Heard of the City and Guilds?
No.
When the guilds started setting up their own colleges, there was a lot of rivalry between the various students.
Rivalry?
Well, the university students used to be ambushed by gangs from the guilds, really.
Used to be?
Well, given the faculty's relaxed attitude to sudden death, most of the staff preferred dead students on account of them being easier to teach. But I gather the guilds decided that enough was enough because all the bodies around the place made it very hard to open doors.
So what did they do?
They founded the City and Guilds Match. See, the idea was to carry a football right from the outskirts of the Shades to the Tower of Art. Goals being scored by kicking the ball through the door of certain landmarks.
What sort of landmarks?
The sort with names like the Mended Drum and Bunch of Grapes. The scoring team was bought drinks by the other teams, you see. And after a few years, the Arch-Chancellor ruled that only one goal could be scored in each pub since the match had for 3 years.
What's this got to do with Unseen University Challenge?
Well, the university tends to leave the City and Guilds Match to the guilds. They prefer a more cerebral challenge.
Such as going straight to the pub, not passing go, and not...
That'd be my...
So they're not coming...
Oh, they'll be back. They need to come to the library.
Okay, that was really dumb.
Does this mean...
I'm just a bled... No, I don't...
Do they...
No.
So, not worth talking to him?
Can you think...
Oops, didn't mean to escape that one. But I don't think it was going to be anything useful anyway.
I hear the reader of esoteric occultism was murdered.
Yep. Old Mathan was so full of poison, even the worms wouldn't touch him.
He was poisoned?
That's right. Right here in the Widdershins wing of the university.
Hi there, being you.
You don't sound concerned.
I just keep an eye on the students. The wizards can do what they like to each other.
I haven't got the audio playback hooked up to, yeah, to YouTube chat yet. YouTube chat's quite complex.
One of the Bledlows up at Unseen University had told me that the reader in esoteric occultism's name was Matham, and he'd been poisoned in his room in the Widdershins wing.
Huh.
Have you heard about the recent murder of a rich merchant?
It's not me place to discuss.
Alright, I'm not going to get anything about the clerk murder either then.
Do you know anything about the counterweight killings?
It's not me place to discuss.
Yeah, okay. I thought maybe a more generic case would be discussable, but apparently not.
Have you heard the expression, dead men's pointy boots?
Of course.
What does it mean?
Well, towards the upper levels of magic, where the number of positions get few and far between, wizards advance primarily by the untimely death of their bosses.
And the pointy boots?
Well, the point is, no questions are asked as to the emptying of those pointy boots.
Right.
I didn't want to discuss this. What do you...
No, and I...
I don't know why conversation with this guy takes so long. He's got like, he spends more time not talking than talking.
What do...
No one I've heard of.
Gotta use the YouTube emotes on YouTube, that's right.
Do you know a woman named...
No one I...
Alright, I'm tired of talking to this guy.
I tried to head down to the library, but the porter stopped me.
Okay.
Wizards only in the library, thank you.
Alright.
The door led to the library of the Unseen University.
Where do you think you're going?
Nowhere,
Just
nowhere.
going for a walk.
Just enjoying the atmosphere. What if I can cause a distraction or something for this guy? Can I return to bestial form?
I was pretty sure... Mrs. Folmes?
Well, what do you want? I haven't got time.
The wizard was poisoned, I hear.
I think you could use a little less gossip and a lot more work, Mr. Luton.
I guess I'd better get to work.
We got a new location, right? Or not? Maybe I just got that confused. Nothing new here.
There was a faint haze of purple in the room. I didn't know who it belonged to, but there was something about it. Around the door was a strong, dark cyan odor. The maroon scent wasn't recent. It suggested the tangy red of iron. The cloud of teal-colored scent, definitely. The maroon scent, it suggested the tangy... The purple scent was quite distinctive. I'd know it if I smelled it again.
Okay. I'm having a hard time thinking where to go next, kind of thing, at the moment, so...
I'd like to see Carlotta. Is she home?
He's going to go check.
The painting bore a striking resemblance to Carlotta.
It's getting late. Maybe I should call it a day, damn it, Beans. You're right.
The book was an old edition of Twerp's Peerage. Probably a collector. Why do rich families feel the need to leave old...
Oh, I just realized I'm all alone.
While the butler was gone, I slipped into my wolf form. A purple scent stretched across the hallway, and I instantly knew it was Carlotta. But that wasn't all. The richness of her odor told me something else.
What?
Carlotta was a werewolf.
Oh.
Just like me.
La, la, la.
It seems that Carlotta is not in her room.
Take a message. Tell her to meet me at the Café Ankh later tonight.
As Sir wishes.
If Carlotta was the werewolf who infected me, I wanted to speak to her as soon as possible. Sheesh. You'd think a guy could take one kiss and wake up the same shape
She
next
bit
day,
my face. Maybe that's what turned me into a werewolf. Remember there was blood coming out of my lips when she kissed us? Luton's lips, that is. Not my actual lips. Luton's lips had blood coming from them when she kissed. She turned us into a werewolf then. It's all her fault, and she's probably the murderer. Unless there's some other murderer around. Alright, I just came here to just think about scents for a bit. Carlotta is a werewolf. Why is there a gap? This page is all messed up.
When I smelled Carlotta's scent in the von Uberwald mansion, the magenta scent wasn't female.
Ooh, it wasn't female. Interesting.
The purple scent was definitely Carlotta's. There was something about the purple scent that reminded me of werewolves.
Get used to being drenched in the rain and in the morning and smelling awful. Hey, Worsty, yeah, we got Rob Brydon's voice all day. All day. So wait, does that mean Carlotta was in here? I don't remember. Did she come visit us here at one point? Maybe she did. Maybe that's why we could sense it.
There was a faint... The purple scent was definitely Carlotta's.
Yeah, okay. So who's the Dark Cyan then? That's probably Al-Khali, right? Let's try and associate Al-Khali with that.
Not a dwarfish scent.
Okay, I know he was here. Maybe he's maroon.
It was possible that the maroon scent belonged to Al-Khali. It certainly did seem dwarfish. And he was the only dwarf that had been in my office.
Okay. So maroon could be Al-Khali. Who could the Dark Cyan be? That could be, Therma. We don't have a Therma.
Thinking about it, I was convinced the dark cyan smell was the scent of a troll. Question was, which troll?
I think Therma. Oh, it could be Sapphire. Sapphire did leave a note. Whoops.
Well, of course it was the same scent.
Okay. I forgot. We already established that. Okay, and then we have identified maybe all of them here. The only one we're not certain of is the maroon. That's alright, Sixter. What else can I do? Starting to feel like this is a waste of time again. Let's see. Who was refusing to talk to me about the murders? Death. Where did I find Death? Oh, here.
Who would say I like to...
Can I see the...
I am not in a position to...
Still here,
In a sense.
It seems a woman that I've been involved with is a werewolf.
Indeed.
Her name's Carlotta. She's the mistress of the house, I guess.
Carlotta, hmm? Yes, of course she is. Couldn't be part of the Von Uberwalds if she wasn't, hmm? You'd be a werewolf, too, if you married her.
The Von Uberwalds are all werewolves.
What? For the vampires.
Really? How do you know that?
How do I know that, eh? How could I not know that? I was married myself, you know. Do you remember my wife?
Yes.
No.
Before your time.
No one.
Special reasons,
my
Kitsune.
time.
What was the other thing I wanted to see? It's like, more murders.
Can you tell me anything about Matham's murder?
I already told you that I cannot discuss the details of my work with you.
Where did the merchant...
I'm not saying...
Perhaps if I could get some information out of the gatekeeper at the Merchants Guild, I might stand a chance of getting something out of Death.
Alright.
Is there anything you'd like to tell me about the...
Only that he was a lot less tiresome than you and didn't have such a colorful vocabulary.
Alright.
Does dead men's pointy boots mean anything to you?
They use it at the Unseen University, do they not?
So I understand.
It is accurate. The wizards do have pointy boots. It's traditional.
I think it has some other meaning.
That would explain why I have heard it mentioned in the guilds. Their boots are seldom pointy.
Can't you just...
I won't squeal. No one will ever say that death is a pigeon on a stool, you doity... you doity rodent of some sort. I say, this is fun, isn't it?
It is fun. Alright.
Do you recognize this pendant?
I'd better not discuss that with you.
Why not?
Hey, why not what? Hey, speak up, man. Speak up.
Sorry, Count. Do you recognize this pendant?
It's familiar. I've seen it before. Did I play with it as a child? Perhaps. Why is it that I can remember my childhood hundreds of years ago, but I cannot remember what we were talking about?
The pendant. You recognized it.
Yes. Yes. I know that pendant from somewhere. Perhaps if you give me some time to think about it.
Alright, damn it, Beans.
Don't take too long.
Don't take too long.
Did you say something?
No, I didn't say anything.
Well, I didn't get us too far. Let's do a little save. Resume here next. Alright. There we go, we've done it. Go to bed. Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it! Since you asked so nicely. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you again soon. We're going to be playing some more Discworld Noir probably next time. On Wednesday. If we're not playing Discworld Noir, we'll be playing the game that you can't see that's behind the Hexen box. Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. Actually, Wednesday might not happen. I mentioned that already. Wow. That was almost a cascade of terrible events. There it is. Now you can see the box. Yeah, I may not be on this Monday. Sorry, Monday. I may not be on this Wednesday. If I'm not, I will try and do a makeup stream. But I don't know when that would be, because this week's kind of full of stuff. It's my daughter's 13th birthday. So, kind of a big deal. So we'll see about that. Take care, everybody. Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all being here. I'm glad you got to watch as well, Flying On. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And thank you for the birthday wishes as well. Very kind of you. I would love to stream on Wednesday, but we'll see if it happens or not. Whoa. Hey.
Yes, have some.
Yes,
thank you very much.
Is Ortlem cheered 200 bits.
The 200 bits.
Have
Very
a good
kind
week.
of you. You have a good week too. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great week, everyone. I'll see you again soon. Good night.
Oh boy, we're having
fun now. I wish you a good week too, Mini Roach. Thank you. Yeah! Yeah! Take that, Andy! Screw you!
Have you thought of blobbling the blah blah blah?
Oh, you can use a Gravis gamepad?